Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the final day of the freestyle chess here in Weissenhaus, Germany. A lot at stake here today. We'll have the champion of the tournament decided. And on your screen, you can see Alireza Firouzja and Gukesh. Will Gukesh win his final game at the event? Is the big question. The game has already begun with f4. You can see he's opened up the bishop here, and with f6, Firouzja also opening up his bishop, and then in comes the move e4 by Gukesh, capturing the center, and we have e5 here. So a lot at stake here in the position, and this is exciting. Let me just make sure that we have the bars. He pushes forward and gains more space in the position here. Guys, a very warm welcome to everyone here. Let me just check the chat to see if we can see all of you. Yes, welcome guys. Also, let's have a look at Vincent Keymer taking on Fabiano Caruana. But also, let me update the bars. A lot to do. Where is Harshit Bhai? Harshit Bhai will join in a bit, guys. Them fatafat. Okay, guys, there we go. So let's have a look at Vincent here. What is he up to? Vincent Keymer takes on Fabiano Caruana, and Caruana has to strike back in this game. Guys, do you think Fabi will be able to do that? Oh yes, Amruta येणार आहे आज. I'm going to send her a Zoom link because today she said she will join us. So I should keep this in mind. Okay, there we go. All good. So d4, and Vincent is taking his time to figure out how to place the pieces. And Amruta is going to join us. Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Amruta. How are you?
Hello, Amruta. How are you? Oh, so you were not sending me link. I was waiting from 5:15 today.
Sorry, Amruta. Today I got a bit late in trying to organize everything here. I was feeling a bit
But
tired.
acha, you can take rest because I thought that today you were maybe not sending me the link and maybe that is your gift, Valentine's gift.
Oh,
But it seems that you have sent me the link, so you have actually gifted me nicely.
happy Valentine's Day, Amruta.
Yes,
Very
guys,
cool.
to everyone, happy Valentine's Day. Let's all spread positivity and love.
Yes. So d4 played here by Fabi. And
D4 kya? Oh, queen ko open kiya. Normally, whichever pawn move until now used to happen would open up the bishops.
yes, but this time Caruana has opened up the queen, Amruta. And that's the reason why Vincent is thinking a lot. Because I believe in other games, one of the games we saw f4 being played here. in this position.
Yeah, F4 we have said that it's like E4 or D4 of normal chess, standard chess.
Right, exactly. So let's see.
गुरप्रीत सिंह पूछ रहा है हर्षित राजा became second of करुआना क्या?
क्यों? Oh, हाँ कल वो
यही
हाँ
है.
right. I will
अच्छा.
ask him. We'll ask him if he is.
Okay, that's cool, guys. A lot of things happening in the chat. We'll soon also address some nice comments, good and nice, and either positive or knowledgeable. Such comments will be taken. So मस्त मस्त लिखना आज. और ये देखो नाचते हुए आए हर्षित भाई. कुछ तो करके आए हैं.
कुछ मतलब अमृता, I was just leaving you guys alone for this special day.
Oh, or did you already start to think about working with Fabi? Yesterday you already Amrita, yesterday he chose Fabi over us.
How?
I said, will you commentate with us or go to Fabiano Caruana for a second? And he said, bhai kab Fabiano bhai.
अच्छा इतना क्लियर है फिर तो गया खत्म
100% clarity bhai.
But Fabi would be very happy not to have you in his team.
Harshit bhai, people are saying, can you reveal something today on Valentine's Day?
क्या रिवील करना है भाई?
अरे गाइस पहले 10,000 तो करो फिर मानते हैं चीजें है ना
Harshit bhai did put a sneak peek video on his Instagram. One of the most funny videos, Amrita, you have to see it. You have to see it. It's the funniest video I have seen.
Okay, definitely. We'll look at it. For now, everyone is here, guys. And this is the board of Magnus Carlsen versus Javokhir Sindarov.
Also D4. Bhai, Fabi and Magnus both played D4. Were they discussing?
Also, Hikaru played D4.
Acha.
So were they all discussing together? Three people, because Abhidaya made a reel yesterday and they all were sitting together, the top three, like the GOAT, which was so cool to see.
No, I don't think they were discussing together because Magnus came 3 minutes before the game. So
Magnus had its priorities straight today. He was with Ella, and because it's Valentine's Day, so they both came together.
Wow.
Amrita, can you check your WhatsApp?
Very late.
And let's, by the way, Firouzja, I think Gukesh already seems to have played the opening not so well.
So F4 was my instinct. When someone asked me what do I think the first move, I said F4 is the most logical.
But then all other three boards played D4.
But F4, F6, E4, E5. And here I thought that it was logical for me to keep the tension on the E5 square and just go something like D3.
How about D4?
Yeah, D4 as well is super interesting because if E takes F4, Queen takes F4, White is already much better. Because you can just see the bishop on D1 is going to jump to F3 and then long castles might happen and this just looks super good for White. So he went for F5 rather quickly, trying to go for some sort of a complicated position, D5.
This looks like advanced French, one file on the side.
And in this position, just like yesterday when Fabi did not take the pawn on E5, he went to close the position. I don't know. I think that in general, taking that pawn makes some sense because bishop d5, knight e3, first of all, you develop with a tempo. And second of all, you don't allow black to have this possibility, and knight g3 now, and you kind of have some control over the e4 square, bishop f3. In the game, however, c6, g4 happened in the game. And black always has this option of pushing d4 and that gives him a lot of space, na Sagar bhai?
Also, he would be attacking on the king here.
Yeah.
But I feel Gukesh has a plan. Like you go here, okay, then he gets his knight out.
Okay, let's say knight f7.
Yeah, I was just trying to show this point of attack. So if you go here, I get my bishop out. Then you go here, then you go here. Then you are having like this immense huge attack boiling. अरे नाइट के लिए
सागर भाई जगह नहीं है, but cramped हो गया बहुत position.
And then finally here at this point when the attack, this is just an illustrative line to show the beauty of chess 960. Now the attack is coming and suddenly you can go boom. You have castled on the other side. And this is a great position here.
Oh, we have a...
We have a guest joining in here.
Hello.
Hello.
Please join us.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Yes, right here.
Morning again.
Good morning again, please.
I'd love to hear you commentating.
Yeah.
You can wear this.
They are playing at such a speed.
Yes. A lot of speed here. Can you wear that? Because we also have Amruta here.
Sagar's wife is also here.
Whose wife?
Sagar's wife.
Ah,
She's also very strong.
Hello. Can you come a little closer so you are in the frame? Hi.
good morning to you.
Can you please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself so that they can know when we start commentating?
Okay, my name is Michael Lutay, and I come from South Africa, where we run a boutique hotel in a private nature reserve about 2 hours east of Cape Town. And if one looks at the map, one will see the probably most well-known town, Hermanus, and that bay, which is known for its whales, which come from June to December, the southern right whales. We're in a nature reserve, and the final of the Freestyle Chess Championship will be held at Kropos in December.
Wow. So it's your resort where the finals of this tournament will be held.
Yes,
Wow. And this will happen in November, I think, right?
December.
December.
Yes, the beginning of December. I think from the 7th to the 14th or somewhere around there.
So there will be 12 players. We can call them the sharks. And then there are also whales there. I can't believe that there are whales which come to your near your
Yes, it's the southern right whale. It's the 4th largest whale in the world.
Wow.
It is a length between 12 and 16 meters and weighs between 40 and 60 tons.
Wow.
Tons.
Tons.
Oh my God. Have you seen? You must have seen it many times.
Oh, yes, you can see it from the shore. It's known as the best land-based whale watching in the world.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. So you're standing on the shore and not even 20 meters away from you. You know why they were called the Southern Right?
No.
It was, the whale came from the south, Antarctica, and it was the right whale to hunt because it came to the surface so they could throw the harpoon and it didn't sink.
Oh.
That's why it was called Southern Right Whale, the right whale to hunt.
Wow. That is incredible. And it's a pleasure to
Yeah.
have you here. Yes,
And also,
Amruta.
is it dangerous? I mean, the whales over there.
No, the whales.
Amruta is deciding whether to come or not.
No, you can still go swimming and everything. They are far and not dangerous at all. So the whales are plankton eaters. So they are not interested in us humans.
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
When I was young, I used to watch these cartoons where people would go inside the whale's body and then still be alive and then come out.
Correct.
Come out through their nose and that water.
Yeah,
that
the
would-
water spout. Correct.
But how much do you love chess? Like, I think since you have come here, I saw you being totally engrossed in chess.
I used to play chess when I was young. I played a lot of chess, and then it just stopped. And now it's been reinvigorated, and watching this is amazing. And I would almost say I found my love for chess back again.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
so
so nice.
it's really, so when I get back, we have chessboards standing in our lodge, but I think this time I really will have a look at playing again.
Right.
It's fascinating to watch, huh?
And also, it's so nice that we are going to have freestyle chess in different parts of the world. So we are here right now in Weisenhouse. Then it's going to be in New York,
No, Paris,
Paris
first.
first, then New York, and then South Africa. So
No, in between, it could be in Delhi
Yes.
or it could be somewhere in the east, I think. I don't know.
Right. Hopefully it will come to India as well, because the interest is superb.
Huge
It's
in India.
huge. People are very excited.
Yes.
Also here, even though Gukesh, who is, by the way, I'll just put Gukesh's video here so people can see him playing. He's not doing so well here. As you can see, he is right now fighting for the 7th place. But he's one of the favorite players of people. He's the world champion right now.
Yes, I think as we saw, even Magnus lost. So I think this is only the beginning and they're collecting points.
Right.
Nothing doesn't mean that Gukesh at the end coming to South Africa
He can still win. Yeah.
or can still win.
Absolutely. It'll be very thrilling to see that. And meanwhile, which game is your most exciting to watch?
From here,
Yes,
Yes.
right
Uh,
now, today.
today, I think all of them are exciting because they're all so different. And I enjoy watching in about an hour's time. Here they are still thinking a lot and thinking which moves they should be doing. But
Look, Vincent
Oh
is still
my
thinking on the
God.
first move.
Oh my God.
That's
This
crazy.
is crazy. He has not made a move for 17 minutes.
Yeah. Super surprising. First move.
That is so surprising. We've never seen this happening
Yeah.
in normal chess, not even in freestyle chess. People take 10 minutes, maybe 5, 7, 10, but 17 minutes for one move.
Yeah, I think he's really trying to tread carefully because he just needs a draw today. If he draws today, he's going to be the champion.
How was the experience, Michael? Yesterday you saw some games live, I guess, over there.
yes, I was watching the last games through Vincent and Magnus, and all of a sudden speed started coming up. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
yes.
and it's always amazing watching it as a non-professional, and you think, oh, I think I've got to move. But it's quite amazing what the guys are actually doing, how
Can-
far they are thinking.
Can you guess what Vincent would play? Like, what would you play here with black?
You can
And
flip the
maybe-
board.
Well, I think Vincent. Where is this Vincent?
Yes, this is Vincent.
I think he probably could play the same move.
Yeah, this
Very
way.
good move. Yes.
I don't know what you think about it, but
It's a good move.
I think in the beginning, it's not a bad idea to copy whatever your opponent is doing and just understand what his strategy is. And based on that, at some point, you can deviate. So d4, d5 is possible.
what would you do?
I think in the other games that we see, like for example, Magnus, he played d4 and Javokhir went d6. He put pawn one step, and then this is how this, you see the pawn chain is created this way. So white will try to play on this side because the pawns are pointing this way. Generally that's how it is, and black will try to play this way with his pawns. So that is this one. And in Nodirbek versus Hikaru, Hikaru versus Nodirbek, he went this way. Today white is gaining space in all games.
Yeah.
Except in the Keymer game. Do you think he knows it's his turn?
Maybe he just slept off. But as we can see here, guys, Vincent is just completely engrossed into this. It's his move. He's trying to just completely focus in. And there you can see him totally into this.
Yeah, I mean, he's thought for 20 minutes now, so it just goes to show that he is really careful in the beginning. He doesn't want to make any mistake because if Fabi gets an advantage today, he's not going to let it go.
Yeah, and Fabi is known for his comebacks. He came back against Sindarov after being 1 point down, and today also he will be looking to make a comeback. And also, if Vincent wins, it will be the biggest win of his career. Like,
In Germany, I don't think anyone besides Vincent has had such a good result since like at least 2-3 decades.
yeah. So this means a lot to him, and perhaps it's this pressure which is making him not make a move now for 20 minutes.
Wow.
And Fabi is sitting there. He's not even getting up. He's like, what exactly is happening? Very surprised.
I mean, I hope in the end the time factor doesn't come to
Oh, it
bite
will.
Vincent,
will.
because if Fabi starts moving quite quickly,
Yes.
because he can now, he's got time on his side, he'll put a lot on pressure onto Vincent.
100%. You are so accurate here. I think it will create a lot of pressure on Vincent if the game goes normally. But also Vincent knows the importance of having a good opening setup. And that's why he's just trying to see where does each of his piece belong here. Like he's trying to sort of chalk out an entire plan.
Sometimes, Sairab, if you think too much, it's very difficult to make a decision. So I think
Yeah.
at this point he just needs to choose and play it, because he goes for it. F5 played.
Oh, F5.
Wow.
Exactly, Sagar. I was thinking of this move because it's natural, right? Normally,
Opening
F4
up the
used to
bishop
be
on
played.
G8.
Yes.
Yeah, very as Amruta says, this does look natural, and it's a very fighting move that he has chosen, which is non-symmetrical. And now Fabi, I generally, the opponent mirrors your time consumption. So I have a feeling Fabi will think for 10 minutes now, at least.
I think he will play quickly
Yeah.
because he wants to keep a pressure on the board as well as on the clock. So I think Fabi's strategy will be try to play fast, put pressure on the clock as well. Because to win against Vincent, you need many things to go right.
Right. Absolutely.
Sakar says in the chat, so call it a Dutch defense.
Yes, this is known in standard chess, the Dutch defense. But here, of course, the pieces are all scrambled up, so we can't give that name. And yeah.
What do you think Fabi's move?
One second. Yeah, please sit. I'll just come.
Are you sure? I shouldn't be.
No, it's great. I'm just going out.
I think, Michael, you have to come in the frame a little
Yes.
bit more. Yes.
I just want to get this. So what do you think he will be moving? This one forward
So now
or that one to there?
I think that he might bring this knight in the game, because if you think about it, once you bring the knight in the game, it attacks the pawn on F5.
Yeah.
So black needs to defend. If you play this, now your bishop is suddenly not very the bishop is
Yeah.
stopped by your own pawn. So I think this could be and look how interesting it is suddenly after this, because if you play this move, your knight on H8, which would have loved to come to G6, is suddenly not able to come here because there is a pawn.
Yes.
So that I think that knight G3 might be what Fabiano is considering right now. You cannot also
Alright.
push, right, Amruta? Because if you push,
Hmm.
okay, let's try to find it. White to play.
Okay, let's.
Oh, is
try.
that was what happened?
No, I'm asking you
Oh,
white to play. What do you think white should do?
being not there, take it with
Yes,
the queen.
exactly.
So the
Queen
queen
takes
comes
pawn,
up.
queen, and white is just doing very well. Exactly. And
Very
that's why,
nice, yeah.
yes.
Michael, what is your level you mentioned? Like, are you just learning chess or you played chess already?
No, I played chess
Oh,
with.
this happened. Look,
Ah.
this knight G3 happened, and Vincent played D5, protecting the pawn on F5 with the queen
Queen.
on C8. This was a very good move by Vincent, because every other move, as we saw, was
Yeah.
not good for black. So he found a very nice move protecting the pawn.
Yes.
Now I am expecting something like pawn here to try to open up the position with pawn E4.
Okay.
Because of course, if you go here, that would be a very bad move, because F4 attacks
Oh yes,
both of your
of course, yes. Then you don't have a choice.
knights. Exactly. So maybe
Amazing.
something
So
like
basically, Vincent thought for a long time, and now that he has played, what we understand is he wanted to keep something solid.
Mhm.
The two pawns on F5 and D5 stop the E4 break as of now, where the rook on E1 is already, waiting to open the file very soon, and also the bishop there, light square bishop. So Vincent is going to keep it a little close
Mhm.
and try to go for, drawish kind of structures
Yeah.
overall. That's his plan.
Amruta, look
Maybe
at
we can
this
check
move.
other.
Knight to h5. The point is, I'm attacking your pawn on g7.
Oh my god.
If you go
Yes, I got it.
g6, which looks natural, knight to g7 and your rook is trapped. The rook has nowhere to go and white is
Too
simply
early. I
going
think
to.
too early for the rook to get trapped. Yeah, this is
Yes.
move number what? 1, 2, 3,
Three.
4. Fourth move.
So something like this is going. Oh, but f3 played. Look, this has happened.
Exactly what you said.
Yes. So now white is
Yeah, you said that one, and then to move that
the
one.
pawn. So this is what white is trying to do right now. He went for f3, trying to open up the position with e4.
Amazing. This is looking very, very interesting finals. You know, Fabi not taking his time. He's playing fast, and Vincent is now 20 minutes behind on the clock.
Yeah. Fabiano really trying to put the pressure on the clock, also on the board, trying to open up the position with e4. In the opening, I think Fabiano is going to be happy. Okay, do you want to quickly check our Gukesh's game?
Yes, Gukesh, we can go.
So here I'll
Wow.
try to get his camera as well.
Guys,
Yes.
look at the center and king side. The space.
So after we left it here, bishop b6 played Amruta, trying to exchange this bishop. Of course, if you take on b6, the a rook doesn't need to do a rook lift because it's just very active from a8.
Yeah, and also the bishop on g8, eyeing on a2. So
Exactly.
you have to be very careful.
That's a very good point, Amruta. After knight g3, d4, the bishop suddenly opens up from g8, looking at this pawn on a2. And we call this bishop on g8 a rocket.
Yes.
Because of how strongly it's looking on a2. So this is looking very good for black right now.
And that position, Harshit, where
Yes.
you went for d4,
Uh-huh.
can you just make the move b3 for a moment?
Okay.
Because we would like to ask a question to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, where should your h8 knight be?
Oh, wow. Very good question. In every position, guys, you should ask yourself, how can I improve my position? In this position, the knight on h8 is not placed very well. So how can you improve it? Let's see what the people are answering.
Michael, have you ever been to India, by the way?
Yes, I've been quite a few times to India because to market our hotel, and I have a lovely lady called Alpa who stays in Mumbai who represents our hotel.
Wow. You have a
In
hotel in
India.
Mumbai?
No, I don't, but she represents
represents.
to the Indian community and to the tour operators and travel agents.
That's incredible.
So she wrote to me this morning, Michael, what did Alpa write? She wrote to me, let's have a look quickly, Alpa.
Yes, guys, knight c3 is absolutely accurate. Knight f7.
She wanted to know where she can see this.
Sorry?
She wanted to know where she can.
Yes.
Ah.
She can see
Chess
this
Base
on
India.
Chess
I will
Base.
write to her.
Yes. So the knight on h8 would love to come to this square on c3, right, Amruta?
Yes, exactly. Though many people have mentioned g5, which is not the best idea because it will get kicked away by the h2 pawn.
So
And
knight
knight should try to find a square where it can permanently, not a rented place, a permanent place.
And now, Michael, if you think about it, when the knight comes all the way to c3, white's king is going to be very weak. And I think that with the pawns on b3 and d3, this position is looking very good for black. In the game, Amruta, he did not take. White played knight here, protecting the bishop by the rook. And black played queen d8, trying to overprotect the bishop on b6 so that if he takes, he can try to take back with the queen. And now Gukesh is thinking. And Gukesh is thinking in this position right now.
So you're an exchange expert, Harshit. Do you like this idea which Firouzja has gone for, exchanging the
Yes.
last square bishop?
And do you know the reason? Because look at this bishop and look at all of white's pawns on c2, d3, e4. They are stopping the bishop's ability to control squares. So I always like to say that whenever you have a bishop, it would be great to have the pawns on the opposite squares so that the bishop is not blocked. Right now, you can see that the bishop is blocked by its own pawns, and that's why after exchanging these bishops, Black is going to have very good control over the dark squares. So Firouzja finding this concept, obviously one of the best players, one of the best talents, and I think Black is slightly better, Amruta.
Amazing, amazing. And in the meantime, we have received a contribution from Dominic Doredo,
Mm-hmm.
who sent a currency which I do not know. TRY.
Is TRY Turkish?
Turkmenistan, yeah.
I
Maybe the
think
chat can help if they're very smart. So TRY.
Yes.
And that's the first time. So thank you so much.
Okay, we'll also quickly show you the other games as well of Magnus's game, Amruta. Magnus
Yeah.
is playing against Sindarov, the young boy who has been completely impressing all of us. And here,
This feels like a mirror of Gukesh's board, you know?
Mhm.
Like over there, it has been C2, D3, E4, F5.
yes,
And it's just,
very similar in both games where they have this kind of a pawn chain, Amruta.
yeah.
And I
What do
think
you think, Michael? Only pawn moves have been done over here. No piece has moved.
Yeah.
How do you like this?
Wow, unusual, huh?
very unusual. No, only pawn move. But I think Magnus looks very confident. If you can see from his camera, he's looking away.
Ooh.
And he already won his game yesterday against Sindarov. But Sindarov is a big fighter. He's a very good player, a very upcoming player from Uzbekistan.
Yes.
And he has been a sensation. He has been a very big find in this event for all the spectators. But against Magnus, it's not easy, because you're also psychologically thinking that I'm playing against one of the best players in the world. So you also have that psychological pressure.
Oh, Turkish lira. That's the currency is TRY Turkish lira.
Mhm.
Thank you, chat. By the way, Harshit Jyoti in the chat is saying this is meroxybind. What would you say? Is it meroxybind?
Of some sorts. White has a lot of center control. And if you think about it, Black also has some things going for his way. Maybe he will try to push G5 and trying to bring the H8 knight in the game. Because I want everyone to join the party. I don't want to leave anyone alone. Right now, the knight on H8 feels a little lonely. So maybe we should try to bring it in the game. What do you think,
Though
Amrita?
I don't think I would compare this with meroxybind for maybe with Benoni. The reason is in meroxybind, Black has a very important idea all the time,
Mhm.
which is a D5 break. Like that's the most critical idea.
Yeah.
And over here, because it is closed, it might be more towards Benoni kind of structure or King's Indian, जहाँ पे वो C5 आता है ना,
Mhm.
वैसा types हो सकता है.
Interesting. So this position looks slightly better for Magnus. And the last game of today, we have Nodirbek playing against Hikaru Nakamura. And Hikaru Nakamura won his game yesterday. So Nodirbek needs to win with Black. And let's see what happened here. D4. And after F6, he opened the position with pawn to E4, gaining space. E5, challenging the center on pawn on E5. D5, gaining more control of the center. C6, C4, Bishop A5, Rook E2, Knight G6, and now Hikaru is thinking in this
We both
position.
will stand here. She can sit here.
Yes,
No, Michael,
yes.
you can be there.
Please, sit.
Come on. Yeah. We always do it. Please join in. Guys, we have a very special guest joining us.
Wow, who's that? Any guesses?
Sorry, everyone.
No. This
No,
is
no.
It's a little. Yeah, please. It will be amazing. The more, the merrier.
Sorry.
No.
Anna, Fisher,
Sorry.
and
Thank you.
Guys, we have WGM Atusa here, and she's also the better half of Hikaru Nakamura. So she kindly agreed to join us on this amazing day. And Tusha Amruta is also online, so you can hear her.
oh, hi Atusa, so good to have you here. I think for the first
Good to
time.
see you. Yes. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. This is Atusa. That's really nice to be here. I know that you guys, with Chess Space India, are working so hard every day here. So I really appreciate what you do for chess
Thank
community.
you. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you for joining us first time, and we would be hoping to see you more because you're such a strong chess player. I mean, so it's
Thank you so
wonderful
much.
to have you and hear your thoughts.
Sure, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's a nice event here.
How has been your experience, Atusha? And like we see you in the venue, but I think you're also working a bit on chess. Can you
Yeah.
tell us a bit?
Yeah, so basically, I prepare for my tournament, which is coming up in March.
Oh,
which
you're
is,
playing?
yes, in American Cup.
Wow.
Yes, and but also I have some students, online, so I try to manage those, and yeah, so I'm still playing, and we'll see what would happen.
Yes. Well, I saw
You
this
have an
video of
amazing-
yours with Hikaru recently. That was beautiful. That game, very exciting. I think you were on a vacation
Yes, exactly.
and you guys decided to play a game.
Yes, exactly. So we went to Catalina Island like few weeks ago, and we wanted to go out, and we basically booked like fun activity, and then suddenly it started to rain.
Oh.
And we said, okay, what can we do with this? So I said, okay, maybe we should just
Play some
record
chess,
some
yeah.
exactly
Wow.
video, and and apparently people liked it, so it was win-win situation.
Brilliant.
How does it like as a supporter of chess and also having so much knowledge? Do you get very nervous when you look at the games, or do you just watch it? Do you don't like to watch the game?
No, I don't get nervous when he's playing. If he's under time pressure, or if he's like fighting for the first place, or if there is a very prestigious tournament that he needs to win the tournament, yes, there are some tension. But overall, no, I mean from the beginning of the game, because this is also a classical game and they still have time, so I trust him that he can find the best moves. Yeah. So
It's amazing that that I saw a reel because I'm not there, so I'm missing out a lot of fun over there. So I saw your reel with Nakamura, and it was so beautiful that the way you were supporting him, very wholesome, very
oh,
nice.
thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, playing chess for so many years, I know this is not an easy sport or game, and especially when you are doing it in professional level, you really need to have like clear mind, and one small distraction can basically ruin your whole tournament. So I try my best to to be a good supporter for him, and yeah.
Wow,
Cool,
that's so
so
cool.
cool.
So nice. And Atusha, we have a guest here, Michael, who is the owner of the finals of this Grand Slam tour, where it will be held in South Africa. He owns the natural
Nice.
resort there.
Yes, I
So-
just met him, and it's really nice to see him here. And thank you for all you do for chess. And it's funny because Hikaru has been to Africa before, and he
Oh.
told me like many times, okay, we are going to Africa, and you're gonna see these, safari, that the animals are free and so on. And yeah, he's excited. So I'm really looking forward to that tournament.
I'm looking forward to it because I've met everyone here now, including all of you. And I think when you are coming to my resort, it's going to be like coming home. Hello, where are you? And so I think a lot of the nerves will be taken away, and everyone seems so friendly and so relaxed. So, but this is an amazing location, Weissenhaus, as
Yeah,
such.
it's beautiful.
But
Very-
there are no whales here. I'm already thinking in my head to see the whales.
We've got the penguins as well.
Oh,
Wow.
penguins.
Wow.
Plenty of penguins.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Plenty of penguins, and we've got the dolphins,
Wow, nice.
60,000 seals.
Wow.
So it's the marine. We're going to see the marine life, and we are a flower reserve. So lots of flowers, lots of
Wow.
flowers.
So beautiful. Wow.
But I think we should be coming back to the chess.
We can look at
Yeah.
Hikaru's opening here. He was playing with the white pieces here,
Yeah.
and d4 f6,
Mm-hmm.
e4 e5. Atusha, have you gotten used to these freestyle opening positions, or you are? I mean, we are always a bit confused. Yeah, what's happening? Is it the
Yeah,
same
I
for you?
mean, yeah, it's really kind of, new to me, and it can go either way. That's why, of course, the players are taking their time for the first few moves because it's really important. But it's funny because like move number one, everyone is thinking, right? Even though they had like 10 minutes, they still need their time to calculate. But I was looking at Hikaru's game and I think Magnus's game, and I realized that it's kind of similar pawn structure. But when I saw this e4, d4, and then with e5 pawn in that game, basically Sindarov played f5, f7 to f5.
Yes.
It was kind of with one tempo, and I thought, okay, maybe this is a better version for Hikaru, but I'm not sure.
But the engine is saying
Oh,
like
actually?
Magnus has a huge advantage.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, 1.4. Wow.
I mean, maybe a3, b4 at some point would be great. Yeah, if you can somehow manage to go knight d3 and a3, b4, that looks pretty strong, right?
Yeah, so you want to castle short later on, right?
Oh, nice.
Or you want to castle long?
I just want to keep my options
You're
open.
kidding. Yeah, it's funny because I think in chess 960 you don't need to castle, early in the game. And actually, I think I played one time this freestyle on Friday, and I castled, as soon as possible, and then I got punished kind of for that. So I learned my lessons. Yeah.
I think there were a few guests we had, and they all said like you have to forget a lot that you know about chess in order to be good at freestyle chess.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
That is actually tricky, right? Because your knowledge of chess sometimes does not help you here.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, absolutely right.
So here Magnus is doing very well. So what's in Hikaru?
What's the feeling of Hikaru game? Because here Rook e2 feels a bit weird,
Yes, blocking the bishop.
but he only needs a draw today.
Yeah.
Because he won
Yeah.
yesterday. And what a comeback this was by Hikaru. Because after that heartbreaking loss to Javokhir,
Yeah.
he was quite low. But then he beat Gukesh.
And
And now he also won against Nodirbek.
the
Yeah.
first game, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think he just needs a draw. So that's why maybe he's
Solid. Yeah.
like, exactly, he wants to play solid and he doesn't want to, have a double edge position. But okay, the position is closed for the time being.
But actually, Hikaru loves playing King's Indian with black, and this kind of reminds me of the King's Indian structure,
nice.
which
You're
he's very
right.
good at. And
With a very good bishop here rather
Yeah.
than passive on g7.
so, even if the engine says it's like equal, I think for Hikaru it might be like, oh, I'm 2 moves up in the normal King's Indian. So
But here,
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult to say, right? Who is doing better in this King's Indian? Is it black or white?
Okay.
That's-
I think both sides have chances because okay, I think the bishop on g8
Mhm.
probably is not that great, but I think at some point I need to also play f3 to get my knight out or move open up the diagonal for my bishop on g1. So
I like. Would you go f3 or f4? Like, what's your like f4 can be very
F4,
weakening.
I
Yeah,
think-
take and
yeah,
it looks
exactly.
like a
I
bit.
think f4 maybe takes knight g6, and
It looks
if I play
not so-
f5, then e5 becomes
Yeah.
an outpost, so it's a little bit tricky.
Mm.
So I think probably white needs to play
f3
on the
knight.
queen side.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
so trying to push the pawn on the queen side.
So while this position is developing, what are your thoughts, Michael? Do you think that Hikaru will win today or draw, or what's your feeling?
Well, sitting next to you, what must I say? Please. Of course, he must win or draw today. We want to see a happy face this evening.
Yeah.
But Atusa, like you said, you're going to be having a tournament very soon. So, do you also work with Hikaru, or how is it?
Actually, to be honest, we don't have a lot of time to work on chess, but I try to like get his help when I'm playing in a tournament. For example, I remember that like I think it was a few months ago where I played in American Continental. And it was funny because I became a champion of American Continental in Dominican Republic, and I was so happy because I won the Asian Championship in 2010. And I was telling Hikaru, do you know anyone who
I think you are the only one.
Am I the only one?
Because we did our research when you won it.
Yeah.
And I think no one has won like 2 continents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was so happy because I was so nervous, and he helped me so much for that tournament. Like, especially for women chess, I think it's more like psychological things involved. And after I lost my 6th round, he was really helping me with the like opening preparation and also like on my confidence. Yeah, so
amazing.
yeah, and he was free that time. He didn't have any tournament, so he could just help me, and then he did, and yeah, it went really well.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And world's top player. I mean, it's so amazing to work with him, right? That way.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, getting
Yes. I don't work with the IM who is not a GM. I think he could hear.
It's good that I can't hear her completely, but I heard I have to work with an IM. That's what I heard.
No. Okay, he's good at guessing, so.
Yeah.
But Atusha, you also are into content creation and you have a YouTube channel now.
Yes.
Could you tell us a bit about it? Like, I think it is growing.
Yes, so basically I created my Persian channel like I think 3 years ago, and then I started my English YouTube channel about like 2 years ago. And looking at Hikaru is kind of inspiring, that what he does, and it's not only about winning the tournaments, because it's just it's for short period of time, and one time you're gonna retire and so on. But I think building your community and like put something out there that maybe one day one person can get benefit from it, it's really helpful. So I try to also do it in Persian, because you never know that maybe someone in Iran is they don't have like access to the
English,
coach
yeah.
and so on, so they can just benefit the material. But I also want to like connect with more people, so I did in English as well. And it's really nice to have social media and YouTube, because it's gonna be there forever, and one day you're not exist, and they can still watch you, so it's really nice.
So what you are creating will stay beyond your existence as well.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
you are trying to create that kind of content.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So,
Guys, you can check out her channel and see it. We'll put the link later so that people can find it and
you.
follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Amazing. So this is great, and Atusha, thank you so much for coming here,
Sure, no
for
problem.
spending time with us. And any plans for Valentine's Day today after it ends?
Hopefully his last round
Goes well.
goes well, and we're gonna celebrate the, I think, last day in House. It's a beautiful place, so it's really nice to be here, especially among all chess fans and like chess community. It's really nice. We have a very nice and good environment here, so I enjoyed
Beautiful.
it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank
you.
so much
Thanks.
Thanks
for
for
having me.
coming.
Bye.
Hoping that you will join us again sometime.
Sure. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, it's amazing. Thank you so much.
That was fantastic.
Oh,
Well
thank
done.
you. Thank you.
You're a star already.
Okay, guys. Good luck.
Thank
See
you,
later.
Atusha. I'll
Thank you.
just see you.
Guys, Atusa OP in the chat because it was so wonderful. Even in those very few minutes she was here, we had a lot of fun. The way she shares, the way she narrates is very nice to hear, and also Hikaru's game right now is he needs a draw today to win the match with Nodirbek. And yes, Michael, how was it for you? And because I'm also going to ask later, Sagar, that want to see the link of your resort as well.
Yes, actually, it would be great if someone can find the link of the resort and put it, because everyone is very excited to know about.
Oh, yes. I will put it.
Yes.
I saw the resort yesterday.
Oh,
Last
Sagar.
year, already.
You're preparing early.
No, I was just very curious. It is called Groot Boss.
Yes.
I have it here. See, the last thing open on my phone was that.
So right now this position is very complicated, but I think that Hikaru really excels in these closed positions, having experience of playing King's Indian with the black pieces, Amruta. I think Hikaru is going to be kind of confident, but his time is a little worrying because 56 minutes versus 1 hour 20 minutes for Abdusattorov, so half an hour more for him. So
Yeah, normally, but Nodirbek does have more time, and I
Mhm.
think opening is so important. So it's a good idea this time. Middle game he can play fast. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, right now it does not matter, but as the game progresses, the time is going to be a big factor. What about our uh, championship final? Vincent versus Fabi. What's happening here, Amruta? Let's quickly take a look as well.
Michael, do you have a favorite player?
Oh, nice one.
No, I came here totally unprepared. And I must say, up to now, I think everyone is so friendly. And although they're all grandmasters, and I'm sitting next to grandmasters.
International master and
He
grandmaster.
can come in the
So
frame.
there is a
He
big
can
joke
come in the frame.
that I couldn't achieve my grandmaster title because there are two titles in
Yeah.
chess. One is international master and one is grandmaster. So I was close, but I couldn't make it. So then everyone keeps joking about it.
I don't think so. So to answer your question, at the moment, I'm enjoying everyone. I'm getting to know everyone. But I'm sure by the time we have our competition in South Africa, I surely will have a favorite.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Is it this game you're looking now?
Yes, we're looking at Vincent and Fabiano, and right now Fabiano actually has this good pawns in the center. Like he has a very good pawns, and this bishop is also open. So this looks slightly better for white, Amruta, because the knight can also jump into e3, attacking the pawn. By the way, guys, this is the final day in Weisenhaus. This is the second day. Vincent is leading 1-0 against Fabiano. He just needs the draw. So he just made this move, knight h4. Fabi has to win. So he needs to complicate the game somehow.
Wow. So Fabi is trying because guys, tie breaks will be held today itself if Fabi strikes back, and it is the last day. So Valentine's Day is actually going to be a bloodbath day. Nothing like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, if Fabiano c4 quickly played. Wow, very interesting. Giving up the pawn on g2, Amruta.
But also the rook is trapped, right? You mentioned. So what is happening? Knight takes g2 if suppose
If
is
knight
played.
g2 attacking the rook
Do
on
we have to
e1.
find a good move? Because I will have chat chess moves ongoing. So
Yes, guys,
if you get a
what's
good question.
the only move for white to play in this game? He has to find this move, and I think that was Fabi's idea. So whenever your piece is attacked, a good way to counteract it is by attacking your opponent's piece. I gave you a hint.
Hint.
Let's see.
Counter attack is the best defense, guys.
Wow, Aryaman Singh, Kalpana, Rahul Shah, Abhik Das, all finding the right move. Very good. Guys, bishop to a4 attacks the black rook on e8. So if you take my rook on e1 now, Amruta, white will capture the rook on e8. And now the knight on e1 is under attack by the queen. This is looking good for white. So I think this is Fabi's idea. Pawn to c4.
So cool. And we have already more than 30 people finding the answer. So Michael, over here, I have, data is being taken. So I can tell you how many people found. One of our subscriber has made it.
All good. By the way, yes, c4 played and Vincent is still thinking.
So Vincent has actually given up a pawn, right?
No, Fabi has given up a pawn on g2.
No, but what about this central pawn?
Yes, so right now, as the position stands, white is a pawn up, but the g2 pawn is going to fall right now. But Fabi has this bishop a4 move prepared, so it's very interesting.
No, let's. Can you just show this pawn sack a few moves back? So here e5,
D takes e5.
knight g6. So
Wow.
that's a great sacrifice by Vincent, right?
Vincent is so
Vincent is so
creative.
deep in his understanding of chess 960, freestyle chess.
Can
Yeah.
I ask a question? Why should I not support the e5 pawn with f4?
That's
Or
what
did he do
happened.
that?
He did
Acha.
that. But now,
Okay.
Vincent's point was he thought for 20 minutes in the beginning. Do you guys remember? He thought for 20 minutes, but he came up with a very good pawn sacrifice. And now after knight h4, the g2 pawn could not be protected because knight e3 खेला ना तो d4 आ रहा था. And now the knight has to move, then g2 pawn falls.
It's incredible how Vincent thought for this 20 minutes, and I'm sure he understood all these little intricacies.
Absolutely.
I can't
Crazy.
believe he would have thought about all of this in the first 20 minutes because that is incredible if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has.
It is shocking. It's actually, I think Vincent understands freestyle chess maybe deeper than
Most of the players, it seems
perhaps
like.
everyone, I guess.
Mind blowing, mind
Wow.
blowing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely carrying all the hopes of Germany in this event, Vincent has been putting on a show for all the spectators and also for us.
So, Harshit bhai, if knight takes pawn,
Yes,
attacking the rook, then
they found this move bishop f4. The chat found this idea,
wow.
attacking the rook on e8 and the knight on g2 is a little passive. So Fabi actually also very creative.
Amazing. So in a way, if the right now the best move that Vincent has is to take the pawn.
Yeah, take the pawn. But then maybe white can go bishop c2, putting pressure on this pawn and maybe try to open the position. But it's complicated. It's like I don't know exactly how to navigate through this position because so many ideas. Knight g2 is falling.
Yeah.
Perhaps knight e6 putting pressure on this pawn is an
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
This is
I think
beautifully
Vincent-
dynamic, yeah?
Sorry, Amruta.
How much can you hear me on a scale of 100%, Mr. Sagar Shah?
100%.
Really?
Yes.
But you don't have the headphones and yet you can
I
hear
just
me.
can read your lips.
Dil ka connection hai Amruta.
I can watch you and I can. So 11 years of marriage.
So I thought I have a advantage over here, slight advantage where you don't have headphones,
No, I
but
can hear
not
everything.
so true. No, Michael, please, it's wonderful to hear you. We are so happy. The chat is happy. You have a great sense of humor. I think today they're all enjoying you over here.
So whose move is it now?
It's now black to play. Vincent's clock is ticking. He has less than 1 hour now. Fabiano has 8 minutes more.
Ah.
And Vincent is trying to understand whether to capture this
Yes.
pawn or capture this pawn. So he has two options to capture the pawns and he's trying to decide which one is better. I think that taking this pawn is slightly better so that you can even bring in the bishop on g8 on this square. So this takes, and let's say if some move like bishop c2, then the bishop can also come here to put pressure on this pawn potentially. But Vincent is just thinking and making sure that that's the best idea.
So, one interesting point has been mentioned by Pal that this game is analyzed very deeply everywhere. So, shall we also focus a bit on Gukesh's game so that
Yes.
we can come back to it? We can keep switching.
Oh
But,
wow, lot of moves in Gukesh's game. Look at this crazy position, Amruta. After bishop b6, queen d8, we left it here. Do you remember when black protected the bishop? Bishop takes, queen takes, bringing the queen in the game. Knight h5, again attacking the pawn on g7. So black goes rook e7 to defend the pawn on g7. Very logical so far. Pawn push, putting pressure here. If you take here, then queen takes g5. This is crushing for white guys because g7 pawn mar raha hai aur e7 ka rook mar raha hai. So this is not possible. So black goes knight d7, protecting the pawn on f6. h4, played by Gukesh, just supporting the pawn on g5. pawn takes, long castle. Look at this last move. The king on b8 does this.
Do you know the rule of castling over here in freestyle chess?
No,
So,
normally you have to take a jump across.
yes, in normal, but in this position, look at what happens. The king goes here and the rook goes here. So they castle in the normal position, but look. So this is known as long castling in freestyle chess.
Okay.
And now black's king is very safe. Maybe it can just hide away from all the attack. So the king is very safe now. And the rook is suddenly back in. So the rook was not doing anything here. And now suddenly the rook is back in the game. So this position complicated, but I think Firouzja should be happy in this position against Gukesh.
And white can also short castle, though he would never ever want to short castle in life in this position.
Yes,
But
because the queen.
yeah, the short. That's for the moment, but if you just show him like
Oh,
where
yes.
the
So,
king
for
is.
example, white, well, you know what white can do? Let's say, no, but it's not so easy to put. Okay, I can show you. So, let's say bishop e2, knight f7, queen d2, knight d6,
Maybe
queen d2,
queen B,
c5.
queen E.
And now, white can actually put his king here. So, even this is known as short castling. And if he does this, then it's long castling. So, it's very interesting how you have to keep this possibility in your
Of
mind
course,
as well.
because you're attacking here and all of a
Sir,
sudden
exactly.
the king is on the other side.
Wow, Michael understood the
Yeah,
concept
yeah,
extremely well.
too
Exactly.
quickly actually. Smart.
So that's what Gukesh is considering right now because the king is now here. So he's trying to perhaps maybe go bishop to g4 to put some pressure on this diagonal. But I think black should be happy, Amruta. I think Firouzja has a good position today.
Yeah, no, it's but I think Gukesh is, thinking that it's his last game of this event and he would like to go for do or die kind of a situation, no matter what.
Yeah,
And
Gukesh is really looking for a win in this event. Guys, 4,000 of you watching. Do like the stream so that more and more people can join in to see this exciting finals that we have today. This is the first leg in Weisenhaus. The freestyle chess is going to go to Paris after this, Amruta. So very, very exciting
wow.
few months planned for freestyle chess.
Come
Gukesh,
to Paris. When is it going to Paris?
it's in April. So I think 6 or 7 weeks from now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh,
Very
important
quickly.
information. I have to check something because Sagar needs to come back and do his tourist visa. So,
So what can
that's why.
Gukesh do?
Oh.
Let's try to understand, Amruta. ये pawn to g7 ka it's protected by the rook. So how can I put more pressure on black's position? That's the question. Can I perhaps go a4 and a5 to attack the queen? Maybe a4, Amruta. Gain some space. Also maybe rook lift. थोड़ी सी lift करा दे.
I would be looking at rook e3 lift. So you're looking at rook a3 lift. Interesting.
I mean,
Also, I want to bring the knight on h1 because it's in the corner and
Yeah.
it feels like it needs to go to f2, d3.
oh, bishop
or
g4
something
played.
quickly.
Look, he played. Gukesh played this move that we were analyzing, trying to perhaps put some pressure on this diagonal. Right now, the pawn on f5 is blocking it, but you can imagine a scenario where black takes on g5, h takes g5, and suddenly now, after pawn to f6, the bishop is going to open up looking towards black's king. Bishop g4, I do think is a good move that Gukesh played.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, but does he also stop g6 over here? I mean, was there if bishop was not on
That's
g4?
a good point. If g6, now the f actually
Now
yeah takes
now
takes
to directly
and knight takes f6 and the knight cannot take because the king is on c8. So this position is very, very good for white because the knight on d7 is pinned to the king by the bishop on g4. Amruta, bishop.
Michael, now that in the last few minutes you have been over here and you have been listening to a lot of analysis, you've been watching it yourself. How are you enjoying chess analysis?
Asking
Yes,
me?
yes.
Oh, I think it's amazing. I think it's almost much more interesting because we as beginners, let's say that, would never see this combination. And talking to you last night, I think one of the guests asked you the question, if you looked at a board like this, how quick can you memorize it? And you said within 10 and 15 seconds, I've got it in front of me.
Yes.
And that's why for you to see that move and that move, I don't see that. I would say, okay, maybe I move my queen here and see what can happen. While you are already putting this to that, to this, to that, and then, so you are seeing 5, 6, and then all of a sudden it makes sense. And that's what I'm enjoying so much.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, so wonderful. And also, I'm very curious to know that in your resort, is it going to be like the first time that sports people are going to come, or have they already visited?
No, this is the first
I
time.
don't know.
This is the first time.
First time.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
And Amruta, now black has a very good move.
Okay. Are you asking the chat? So
I'm
that I
asking
will-
everyone, anyone and everyone who's trying
Guys-
to be challenged. What's the best move for black, guys?
Have you got it in your head already?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look.
Our stream is, guys, just refresh and it should be fine. I think it's not buffering for me.
Lag हो रहा है क्या?
Drag हो रहा था, but I refreshed and it feels okay now. 1 second. Let's check it. Anyway, you can't do anything, no? Or can you? If it is lagging. Yeah, it should be okay.
But the best move available for black is knight to f7, bringing the piece on f7, sacrificing the pawn on g7, because if you take, the knight will come to d6 and then it will come to c4, and suddenly the knight, which was not doing anything on h8, is doing so much on c4. And look at this concept: knight h5, knight c4. Amruta, wouldn't you love to take my pawn on f6? Michael,
amazing,
now
amazing.
black-
Let's say at least 100 people
Yes,
we want
guys,
to answer.
we need 100 people
And
to find the answer. Black to play and win in one move.
From now?
Yes, one move, the game is over.
checkmate.
Yes, that one to there.
If you take with this,
Oh, no, then the
there
queen.
is a queen is there. So you
That-
have a better move.
That one to
Oh
there.
my god! Michael found it. Is the chat finding it?
Oh,
Let's see. Is the chat
superb.
finding
We
it?
are
Vansh says it's still lagging.
yeah, in between. Like it's not lagging continuously, but it is lagging in between. So maybe is Sagar around? Like
Uh,
what do people do over there?
I'll go
generally?
and
The
check.
internet-
I'll go and check if Sagar is here. 1 second. 1 second.
While the guys, you all are trying to find your black to play and mate in one move. So all the people who are new to chess, definitely type in and definitely try. Yes, there is a lot of lag. I think they are checking the internet and we'll get to know. But Michael, it's amazing to have you over here. And you know, we have never been to Sagar was at South Africa last year in Morocco. I think the tournament was in around Casablanca. Yeah,
Ah,
he
yeah.
was there in the. Have you been there? for
No,
the
I've
event,
not
or
been to-
you
no,
Have
no.
you heard about it?
No, I've heard obviously about Casablanca, but this is now the first time I'm involved in chess, especially because it's taking place with us, and that is the reason I'm here. And that's why I'm really very, very excited and enjoying it extremely. It is so different, so alive, so entertaining all of a sudden.
Hi, have you watched cricket? by the
Oh,
way?
yes.
South Africa versus India.
Of course.
Oh,
We have Yuvraj Singh has been to Krotbos.
oh,
Uh,
wow. So there have been cricketers who have visited the resort.
Yes, yes, but the reason for
Oh.
that is we are training children in soccer and in cricket and in netball and in hockey, and that's why they came out one day to play with the children. And it's always great to have stars where the kids can look up, which they've seen the people on TV, and all of a sudden they are live. And I think that's a big inspiration for young children to experience something like that.
No, absolutely. I mean, all the people in chess field also, if they when
Is
they
it
meet
better,
these
Amruta?
players over here, it's lovely. Harshit, I'm not like it was lagging. It is still lagging. So I don't know if there's too much of difference. In the meantime, chat 88 people have found the right answer, but we are gonna wait till 100. It reaches 100.
Michael
Okay.
also found it, so it's 89.
Yeah, and we were just discussing. Michael and I were discussing about.
Yes, I did it.
Okay, let's see. You did not find Sagar, no, by the way?
No.
Hello?
No. So it
Yeah.
seems okay now.
Is it okay? It's still a little bit choppy actually.
Uh, Someone said that its other streams are lagging too, so I don't know if it is the internet issue over there
Bhai,
by
can you
any chance.
check somewhere like कि internet बाजू में भी issue है?
But it's okay now. Guys are saying it's okay. We are back. What did you do, Sagar? Like OBS stop and start we had done, but anything else also to do?
Yeah, I just stopped it, closed it, reopened it. But I can-
stopped and close also.
Yeah.
That's important.
But I doubt if Amruta this is still working because I can see the frame rate dropping.
Acha. Oh, that
Yeah.
means a lag is expected.
Yeah. I guess so.
Worst case, I'll have to set it up over here.
Yeah. But I think we should be.
Should
Yeah,
I
I don't
set
know.
it up? बताना जो भी है. Lagging.
Upload speed on there is also very bad.
हाँ. इनको पूछो ना ये.
Hello? You think? Internet is okay for you?
Okay, but we have some hiccups too over there. Can you help us because no one can watch it? If you can ask Johannes.
Yes, I will.
Maybe. Right. Internet is not working.
Yeah, like the frames were dropping by like 40%. बंद है अभी?
नहीं चालू है. But it is not smooth.
I will just check हाँ तब तक. I do have one idea. यहाँ से मैं अभी के लिए फुल एक कैमरा लगा सकती हूँ और फिर सेटिंग कर सकती हूँ.
Yeah. Guys, the internet is not good here for everyone, so we can't. क्या हुआ? हाँ.
2 मिनट के लिए यहाँ पे स्टार्ट करना है.
हाँ मतलब आपका कैसा है? Is it the similar look here for you? Why don't you, Amruta, show everything like on Zoom? Like just take the frame from Zoom and put it. That will be the easiest, no? The virtual cam. Then everything is the same.
We're trying to put the stream to a
Interesting.
different.
Then you don't have to do anything. It will work from here.
I can. I mean, I already have 4 cameras in front of
No,
me.
but just do this, no? Then I can handle it from
And
here.
Can you Can you check? Like, fine now. Okay, but anyway, we should just know what to do.
Then
So,
also it dropped. They went offline
OBS
for 30
start to
seconds.
karo.
But
Can you start the OBS?
Who?
Virtual.
Oh, it's off kya? Sorry. Now Amruta
Sir,
is trying
say-
to do
started
it from there.
Now I should add a window capture.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
I don't know if it will be clear, but
Hmm,
है ना अमृता?
कोशिश करेंगे. Oh, okay, interesting. That is there.
हीटर लगा था.
पता नहीं कितना क्लियर है बट ये ऐसा तो दिख रहा है वैसे तो एटलीस्ट चालू तो रहेगा बोर्ड तो दिख ही रहा है
हाँ.
ठीक से.
Then I will stop.
बताना मुझे विल एक मिनट मेरे को पहले ये लगेगा ना
क्या?
स्टार्ट स्ट्रीम करने के लिए आई विल नीड टू
It will directly start.
स्ट्रीम की चिल लगेगा ना बाबा.
But it's the same. It's already saved in. So I will stop here. It will start.
स्टॉप करने के पहले रुक ओबीएस में स्टार्ट स्ट्रीमिंग दबाती हूँ.
हाँ दबाओ.
वहाँ पे
नहीं वहां पे कुछ नहीं करना है. मैं यहाँ स्टॉप करूंगा तुम्हारा आ जाएगा. ठीक है 3, 2, 1.
भेजी.
एक मिनट ना अमृता. Actually, it's working fine now.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you send me the stream key, no, once anyway. Anyway, just we'll know very quickly. It's a great idea to know.
But don't do it now. When it will be in trouble, do it. Okay, keep it ready. Okay, right now there are no drop frames. Everything is good. Guys, we are back.
पता ही नहीं चलेगा ना वो आइडिया वर्क कैसे होती थी.
नहीं
क्योंकि
ये
दूसरी
होगी
नहीं होती.
वर्क ये. ठीक है.
ठीक है.
Okay, guys. So
Little hiccups हो जाता है पानी पी लेने का and then they're gone.
Nice. E4 by Fabiano, Caruana and Vincent Keymer has been thinking here about his move. What should he play? Should he take the pawn here? Should he take the pawn here? These are all the questions that he's grappling with and he finds the best move. Oh my
Whoa,
god. Amruta.
It's crazy चल रहा है in the center. Those e4, e5, f4, f5, g5, all those pawns are like, maybe you can give a better analogy, Sagar.
Yeah, it's crazy the way in which. Hi.
Can I get this one with your signature? Just only one.
Yeah.
And I need your signature.
Do you have a pen?
Wow, guys, g5 आ चुका है इधर. And what are your
Oh,
first
shit.
thoughts with the white
Oh, shit.
pieces? So many
Oh,
captures are
Uzbekistan.
there on the board.
India.
If you look
I
at
know
them.
you are. I am from Uzbekistan.
Ah.
Javokhir.
Oh, okay.
Someone's there in the commentary room. He's from Uzbekistan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
See you
Nice
soon.
to
Yes.
see you.
Bye. Yes, it was, I think, from Uz Chess. He was there, UZ Chess. So it was nice to see him. And Amruta, I don't know how Vincent is able to find good moves every single time.
But he's played like the whole game. If you just flashback for a moment, Sagar,
Yeah.
it's like taking 20 minutes in the opening, then coming up with some sacrifice idea, pawn gambit, ambit gambit,
Yeah.
then going for something like this even over here. Yeah, for all those new people who have joined in.
Yeah, Vincent is just showing incredible understanding of freestyle chess. Takes the pawn here. So, like, if you see here, guys, he first gives a pawn, then brings the knight. Fabi supports it, goes here, attacks this pawn, then plays c4, then takes bishop a4, c6. He plays e4, and now this move g5. I can't even understand. And FG5, Fabi, no, he's not played a move. But FG5 is a mistake because of F4.
Whoa.
This move G5, Harshit bhai, I can't believe that Vincent found it. He's playing like the best chess of his life.
Vincent, I mean, I think as he said yesterday that once he is having this good results, he feels some sort of a calmness in his mind, which is allowing him to play such good chess. And I think this G5 move just shows his understanding of the position.
Yeah, this is just brilliant chess here by Vincent. And he's playing some great chess. Let's go to Gukesh's game. We haven't seen it for quite some time.
Suraj is saying, chat, please like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Guys, last day today, our aim was to reach 2.6. Thoda highly ambitious tha, but nevertheless, if it happens today, who knows, for whatever reason, then Harshit bhai is gonna be doing 26 push-ups
No.
in
Push-up ho
Weisenhaus.
gaya. Amrita, push-up is done. Now he will jump in the sea.
Yes.
Either.
Okay.
Yes, jumping in the sea is his next
It's 3 degrees Celsius here, the water.
All right, amazing. But लोगों को पता चलेगा last day today. So let's enjoy. A lot of hiccups were there, but अभी सब sorted. है ना सागर? All sorted.
Absolutely, everything is
Now
great.
it's all going to be a Valentine's Day for all of us.
Right. Amrita, do we have a special guest joining or not?
No, I think. Wait.
So Bishop
Who
B.
is it?
Not there.
Sorry?
No,
No, okay.
I'll forward it.
Knight G3, Queen D8. Bishop takes bishop, Queen takes. And actually Alireza is saying, hey look, I have a great bishop here. I'm going to push the pawn. You are left with a not so great bishop, Gukesh. And in a way, once again, Gukesh is getting slightly under pressure here in this game. But look at him, he's just...
Yeah, he
Boom,
went for
boom,
this
boom.
G5, Knight D7, and we even saw actually until the move Bishop to G4 that was played by Gukesh trying to activate that bishop, but I'm not so sure if the position is so good for him. Can you just quickly go to that after Knight D7, H4, protecting the pawn on G5, D takes, long castle.
Alireza playing amazing, and
Bishop
Gukesh
G4, and
putting
now-
his pieces on good squares, but
Guys,
they are not doing much.
We were thinking of this idea Knight F7 that was played. Sagar bhai, Knight F7, if Knight G7, Knight D6, Knight C4, Knight A3 mate हो रहा है.
Wow. But I can save
Knight
the
H5,
knight.
yes. Now Knight C4,
Let's put it here, no?
Knight C4, and now if you don't think about it, Knight A3 mate, we had 100 people who answered this.
Wow. But Gukesh quickly played his rook to D1.
Yeah, but Black's position is very comfortable, no?
Yeah, I mean, he stopped Knight D6 for the time being.
But Knight C5 just so logical, putting pressure on the E4 pawn.
But bhai, then this is hanging. G7.
E4 is hanging.
So rook takes D8.
Queen takes.
Queen takes.
Or actually Knight takes is
King
more
takes,
logical.
knight
Knight
takes.
takes is more, yeah.
And then I take...
Knight E4 intermediate move. Rook mara to Knight C3.
Oh, हर एक square पे mate. Wow. Amazing. Guys, this is very, very dangerous. So Gukesh actually has to be very careful here. He has played this game with a lot of energy, but Firouzja is a great player, and you can see Firouzja there yawning. Firouzja is like, bhai, thak gaya yaar.
But yesterday it was a big miracle of a save for Gukesh. Again today looking under pressure, Sagar bhai.
Right, absolutely. Under pressure. And if
We
Gukesh
also have a super chat
Oh,
by
wow.
Tapisno who says, this tournament has been tough for Gukesh. I just hope he bounces back. Sorry. In the Norway chess tournament. By the way, very excited for tomorrow's big Simon.
Oh yes, tomorrow Vantika Agrawal, our Indian team gold medalist, not just team gold medalist, but also individual gold medalist, is going to be coming to Mumbai
In the Phoenix Mall.
in the Phoenix Market City at 12 p.m. So even if you are not playing, you can go there to watch her. There will be a Q&A. There will be you can interact with her, and she's been very kind to do this simul
Mm-hmm.
with people. So बहुत मजा आएगा.
Yes, absolutely.
IIT JE says, Harshit bhai, one suggestion for Insta growth. Initially make chess with fun type content like reel you made with Dina.
Okay, thanks for that suggestion. I'll keep it in mind. I'm definitely going to try and put more and more content on there. So, yeah, I think I've already prepared 2 reels. One of them may or may not have me dancing. So,
Oh, wow.
very
Harshit
exciting.
bhai, what is this?
Some coffee, Sagar bhai, please, you can have.
No, bhai. It's great. So, by the way, guys, right now, slight pressure on Gukesh, but going to Nodirbek versus Hikaru game, it was such a wonderful day to have Atusa here.
Absolutely,
I-
Atusa, Michael, it was so cool. And it was a new perspective because, when we have beginners and how they are able to understand certain things, and sometimes we are more careful about it. Plus, his resort sounds super exciting. And
Crazy
Atusa's
resort.
Crazy, Amruta, हम तीनों वहाँ पे full धमाल करेंगे.
Bhai, Amruta,
दिसंबर में ना
I don't
अरे हम
know.
तीनों नहीं यार, हम दोनों धमाल करेंगे, तुम आना उधर.
मतलब कौन दो क्या मुझे समझा नहीं अमृता अपन दोनों राइट
अपन दोनों धमाल करेंगे, वो आएगा.
मुझे हकल दिया
उसको
गाइस
comment-
यार, क्या
वो
इधर
commentary में
इनके
बैठेगा,
साथ भी रहने
अपन
नहीं
दोनों
मिल रहा.
उधर वो-
वैलेंटाइंस में भी अकेला यार, करे तो करे क्या.
वो
भाई,
वेट देखने जाएंगे.
एज यू सो
सागर.
सो शाल्यूरी कल आपने हमको छोड़ दिया. मैंने बोला था आपको अभी आप फाबी के साथ करो ना एंजॉय.
अरे यार,
अरे हाँ, उसका तो
हमारा
बदला
मूड
लेना
खराब
ही है ना.
कर
गाइस सारा मजा हमारे साथ कर रहा है पर फिर बाद में जब काम करने की बात आई तो बोला फाबी के पास जा रहा हूँ मैं भाई.
अरे किसने कुछ बोला. हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन था सागर भाई.
भाई अभी तो बस यही
तो
बचा है
हाइपोथेटिकल
जिंदगी में.
ऐसा तो नहीं था कि रियल नहीं हो सकता, मतलब ऐसा तो नहीं बोला है कि तुमको ब्लैक होल जाना है.
अरे
By the way, we asked actually Andrea and Alexandra, but the thing is, Andrea is leaving today already, Weisenhaus, so she didn't have time. While Alexandra said that tonight, after at dinner, she would be happy to do anything, any content. So I think we will shoot something later. She might not be able to join live stream.
You
But-
know what? Towards the end, you will know, because this all depends on how much the players want to play the tiebreak. As we remember, the
Oh.
Sindarov Nakamura was so insane that everybody was dead at the end of it, and they just wanted to like crash on the bed, I believe. So not sure what's gonna happen today.
yes.
Guys, कितने लोगों को लगता है Vincent Caruana finals will go into tiebreaks?
No one feels it. Because the
And
way
Gukesh
Vincent...
Alireza also.
Amruta, the way Vincent is playing is so good. I don't think he's going to lose. Like, if we quickly check his game.
Whoa, what? What has? How did the queen come to f4?
Can we check the last few moves?
Yes. So, what happened was, after... भाई क्या हो गया भाई?
ठंडे हो गए भाई.
ठंडे आ गया क्या है? Pawn takes...
ठंडी आता कैसे है? ठंडी तो लगती है.
Queen takes f5, bishop c2, queen takes f4. So black is
बिन बुलाया मेहमान, ठंडी आ गया है. कहना सागर, this is, इसको कितना ही जोक मार सकते हैं, ये ठंडे आ गया है कि.
By the way, Amruta and the chat, a question for all of you. After queen takes e5, what is the winning move here for white?
no. How can white develop his pieces? Knight d2 या g3.
Yeah, do you want to play this? Also, you can try and win a pawn here on g5.
Yes.
Or you can take this with a check as well. So many possibilities, guys. देखा ईशान भरद्वाज, bishop a7. Many people falling for the trick, guys. Here, very good question actually. This
Very
one.
good question, Sagar bhai, with the super genius questions. 1-0 हो गया, guys. क्योंकि the best move.
This is not good, guys, because after rook takes and rook takes, black is equal.
रानी के पीछे ही भागोगे तो फिर कभी कभी बाकी सब भूल जाओगे.
So better is to go bishop d2 and you simply win a free rook.
Exactly. Beautiful point.
What a nice one.
बिशप f4 को क्या प्रॉब्लम था?
Bishop f4, same thing, no, Amruta? You are giving up a bishop and then you are getting a rook and yeah. But I mean, it's better to
Not
win a
needed.
full rook here. Bishop d2
Yeah.
and you will win a full rook.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I think Vincent is doing well, but Fabi has enough elements here to keep the game interesting.
Definitely. I mean, the e5 pawn is poisoned right now. But if you think about it, it's unclear where White's king is going to go. Because with the pawn on c4, I am a bit afraid to put my king, to long castle. Maybe short castle is the
Why
best
not?
way.
For example, let's say you go queen g4. I
Okay,
think this
okay.
makes sense. I was thinking I'll bring my queen out.
Okay, let's say bishop
C7.
c7, logical.
And now I do long castle, I was thinking.
Yeah, but
And it feels good, right? Like you have your rook directly in the center.
oh, but look, if black long castles, it suddenly attacks the queen on d2.
Oh, nice.
And
Wow.
this tempo might be very, very strong
This
for black.
is easy to miss, right? Because you think,
Yeah.
oh, yahan pe,
Illegal hai.
right? You can't castle, but actually the king is just moving from here to here. So very cool, very cool. This is great game building up. A worthy finale is on our hands. People are,
Stephanie, who is Vincent's girlfriend, yesterday she already left from Weisenhaus. So today Vincent is all alone on Valentine's Day.
maybe he will win the trophy, Amruta.
Yeah. We all remember what Gukesh posted after becoming the world champion, no? He posted a photo on his Instagram with the trophy and
Soulmate.
captioned it as soulmate.
Wow.
And Harshit Bhai here also trying to find his own soulmate. And it has been not an easy journey.
I haven't tried at all.
He can
but
only
okay.
keep finding checkmates. बाकी कुछ नहीं. But उससे याद है सागर.
Hmm.
Look, Sagar, we have on ChessBiz India shop. You should check out. We have a very nice couple sweatshirt,
Oh, nice.
which does
oh.
have a king,
Oh.
which has on one of the.
Can you put the link, Amruta, today? And we can put like on our chat, perfect Valentine's Day gift for your loved one. Because in that, Harshit Bhai, there are all the words written. Blades, Armageddon, attack, defense. And then there is a word written soul. And on the other shirt, on the partner shirt, it is written instead of soul, all other words are same, mate. So when you both wear,
Both koi
It
hai
will be-
kya?
it
Kya
will
hi-
be
I
soulmate.
don't think it's meant for me, Sagar bhai. I think you should buy
I
someone
want to-
for people like me also.
I think you can buy it, Harshit Bhai, and keep it for the day that you will find the one.
Wow.
Yes, I will give it to
giving
you
you
as a
a
gift. Amruta, can you just put it in
No,
the
you
chat?
can't give him until he is single.
Amruta, can you put it in the chat saying that and pin it? You can do it. Come on. Amruta is so loves so much of teamwork together that she will always give half the work to me to do.
अरे तो फिर वो होता है ना, because Sagar executes things, right?
अरे
Like,
अमृता,
I'm
why
a
don't you write there?
perfectionist, no problem.
Like just a link से लोगों को पता नहीं चलता है ना, perfect Valentine's
ठीक है.
Day gift करके. And then the link.
Valentine's.
Okay, let's quickly take a look at the other games as well.
Hmm.
Magnus against Sindarov, which initially looked like
Really good for Magnus.
an overwhelming advantage for White, has actually kind of
And he went for your plan, Harshit, by A3, B4.
yeah. He went for this A3 B4 idea,
But
trying to.
you know what happened?
Oh,
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo has happened, jumping like a kangaroo, the king from B8 to G8.
Wow, this is so good. Wow. Guys, look at this move. Boom. H4. And now Magnus is like, भाई इधर तो बहुत expert, इधर बहुत खर्चा किया है. But actually now I have to spend some time here. So he opens here. Bishop G6. Takes.
G takes.
By the way, was it possible to
Yeah,
take here?
that's what I was wondering as well. But I think he wasn't happy that at some point Black will capture on G5 with the knight.
G5, huh?
I mean, like, let's say I was thinking like Queen D8, Knight F7, आएगा कभी तो भी.
Hmm.
And then it's just that White doesn't have any more pawns to attack the bishop on G6. So the bishop on G6 is controlling everything quite well. So I think that could have been.
Right. By the way, people are saying blunder by Gukesh. So let's
Really?
just go through these moves here and then head over there. Knight F6, Bishop C6, Rook was saved. King A2. Magnus didn't even castle. Why? I'm feeling a little bit unsafe for Magnus here.
But now if you think about it, after bishop to b5,
भाई ये तो बहुत बीच में आपको शॉक लग रहा है.
after bishop to b5, he's protecting the pawn on c4. And it's unclear how black is going to generate counterplay. Maybe bishop h2 and knight takes f4 ideas are going to be definitely what Magnus is hoping for. Bishop h2 ke baad. So that even though white gives up a piece, he has the ability to break open the center with pawn to e5. And I do like white's chances a lot in this position.
Right. So okay. So this one looks good for Magnus.
For
but
Magnus,
Sindarov
yeah.
is fighting
He's fighting back. He has
He's
definitely
a fighter.
gotten a better position from where we left him earlier. What's happening in Gukesh's game?
Yeah, let's head over to Gukesh here. Oh my god! Gukesh in big trouble, guys. Huge trouble, actually.
He did play A4 also, no, Harshit, what you had showed.
Yeah, he went for a4, which we were analyzing. And after
This last move, I think instead of pushing the pawn forward, Gukesh has played
knight g3, which is allowing the d7 knight to come to c5, which is putting pressure on the e4 pawn. And then the other knight might jump to c4 as well. I feel that black's knights have gotten in a really, they've placed themselves in very good positions to launch a attack on the white king.
Harshit bhai, if you play this move, of course there is knight c4, but I was wondering if this would work.
Wow.
But
Sagar
maybe
bhai
not.
with the
Check and take.
sharpness found in the position. It's a
But
4
there is-
winning a
But
pawn.
it doesn't, it's better to just go directly. So queen, so knight c5. And now how do we defend this pawn? Maybe I go bishop f3.
Yeah, but at some point I feel like like rook d7, knight c4, and black's pieces are just completely crashing through. Your king on b1 is actually super weak, especially now that you've pushed a4. It can definitely be a liability because rook a3 now runs into knight c4.
b3.
b3, you just take on b3 without even thinking for 1 second.
Because also this bishop is hanging.
Exactly. And you just
So
have too many
my
pieces.
feeling is that Gukesh might not be able to survive this actually. This is looking really bad. And he's just played a move and he's left the board. He doesn't leave the board often.
Yeah, if you think about the game yesterday, this was how the game was proceeding in the first few moves, because Alireza completely put himself in a winning position from the beginning. He put Gukesh on the time pressure. Also on the board, he was looking very good. Today as well, Firouzja is taking, but knight c5 played, yeah.
Well done, Firouzja. And guys, just for all those who are asking, after this tournament, Gukesh is going to take some rest for sure. He is not playing anything until the next freestyle tournament in April. And then he is playing the also the Grand Chess Tour. He will play.
GCT, yes.
GC2. And then he will play Norway chess.
Yeah,
And
where
so-
we will see Gukesh play in classical against Magnus for the first time after he became world champion. So I think that Norway chess is definitely going to be the most exciting.
And yesterday, you remember, Gaevsky came and said that we are going to Norway to win the title.
He said that.
Yes. It's like we are there to fight for the title.
Of course. And having Magnus play in the same event, it's really going to be exciting.
Actually,
to see.
it will be similar to what happened to Gukesh here. If let's say Magnus you face there, because Magnus will be working a lot on freestyle chess, and Gukesh if he's working on classical chess, so then he can put. क्या पता देखते हैं.
आपको क्या बोलना है? Magnus पे pressure full डालेगा?
हो सकता है.
Very interesting.
Amruta,
Hmm.
what are you doing?
So Shashank has messaged that, hi Sagar bhai, once I lose the game, I lose 3-4 on the trot, making some blatant blunders. Gotta win my inter-school this time. I had bottled a 2.5 point lead in the last 3 rounds last year.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, Shashank, Harshit Bhai will tell you more practical things. From a more philosophical standpoint, just don't give it too much importance, that event. Just say that you want to improve as a chess player, and it's a long journey ahead. So then that victory will not mean so much that you would take so much pressure on yourself. you know that might be a good way to look at it, at least from a mental perspective. And Harshit bhai, if you have some practical tips as a player.
Yeah, I mean, just to add on that is, I mean, in chess and also in other sports, it's always been the case that losing has hurt more than winning has made you feel good. But I feel that in some ways, as Sagar bhai said, if you can just have the goal to improve, I do think that you will be able to play much more freely. And sometimes it's good to have some pressure, but the pressure should be to try and make the best moves and not to win the game. Because if you make the best moves, you're doing your best and the rest is out of your control. So I think that's what I would like to say for that.
So today people are asking, will Gukesh join the live stream? I feel a lot depends on his mood.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely wants to win this final match against
Yeah.
Firouzja.
And if
And maybe he won't, and I think this tournament hasn't been good for him. Like there are tournaments which are not the best for you, but they are still okay. But we saw even in Tata Steel for Arjun, let's say he had a really difficult tournament. It was only in the last round when he could strike back against Gukesh, and that. But that also did not do anything. If you look at the rating he lost, it was huge. And I think the overall mood is generally not to give too many interviews and all that, which also can be understood. So yeah, this is what I feel.
right, should we go to
what?
Nakamura versus...
Nakamura is completely winning? Oh my god. After Atusa joined us, it seems like she got the lucky charm for Hikaru. Because after takes,
Of course.
what a blunder.
Rook c8 is a blunder.
What a blunder.
Oh,
It's just-
wait, let's try to find, yeah.
He just missed
Let's
a simple double
tell.
attack.
How is this possible?
Oh,
Nodirbek
my
is so
God.
tired.
This is shocking.
He's so tired.
Guys,
This is unbelievable. White is attacking the
very
h7 pawn.
shocking.
d7 knight nikla to rook on c8 is hanging. Amruta, what is crazy?
Very shocking. I mean, such a blunder, yeah, you must be tired and definitely.
Nodirbek also wants to go
But
on.
also, no, one more thing. Actually, I'm getting the tiredness out of this. It's not just tiredness, it's one part, but a big part of it is, Sagar, if you go back to the position where he played rook c8. Just
Oh
play
my
na, rook
god.
c8.
Yeah,
Just
I-
play rook c8. Okay, so let me explain. The difference is that normally our queen is not on f1, it's on d1. So such an idea of queen h3 doesn't come. It's a little bit unusual. So you can kind of forget that for a while.
No, I think I can deduce exactly what had happened in his mind. He
What?
took on g1 first, and then he wanted to play this move rook f c8, bishop g1, queen g1, and now his idea was to go rook f c8. But on the board, he just made the move rook f c8 first. I think this is what has happened. He
maybe
just
he
messed
forgot.
up the move order.
Also,
No, I'm not sure.
Another
100%.
idea which I thought was good is just to play the rook to e8 or d8 and put knight on f8. Then black is very solid.
E-
But when you put your rook on c8, anyway you can't play knight f8 because the knight is pinned. So yeah, maybe it's possible what Amruta says.
Yes.
He
This
forgot
is
the
also
queen.
possible. This
It's
is also
also very
possible.
possible that what Harshit bhai says, that before taking, he wanted to play rook c8 then. But what has happened is he played directly, and now it's a double attack here and here.
And I mean, for someone like Hikaru, this is just completely crushing. No, white is just up a pawn for absolutely no compensation, and also it's not any pawn; it's the pawn right in front of your king, which means that g4, g5 is going to come with the brute force.
Yeah, I agree. So right now this is looking really bad for Nodirbek. Then we go to the game of Magnus versus Sindarov, and after we left it at here, king h8, rook b3, knight d8,
Bishop b5, bishop h5, queen b2. And his idea is that if you go rook g8 now instead of cb4. Oh, I was going. This is happening. My point was that I was going to say that if black goes rook g8 in this position, white has this very cool tactic with knight takes f4, because if you take on f4, the f6 knight is hanging.
Oh, good.
Um,
This go.
however,
Pin.
Amruta, after cb4, there is an incredible tactic.
Okay.
Still
Boom,
take.
bam, Sagar bhai.
Still take. Oh. Oh.
Boom, bam is coming. Can you
Knight
find it?
f4, ef4,
Wow.
bishop d4.
Queen f7,
e5,
T.
rook e.
Queen e7, you queen f7 पे.
Still, it's the same.
Oh, threatening rook h5.
And rook f5.
So bishop f3.
Rook f5.
No, this is too tough, no, for Magnus.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Can you show it? This is
not
going to
at all
happen.
tough for Magnus, I mean.
Okay, firstly I can do
And also
this.
he's thinking, Sagar. Just the fact that he's thinking.
Bishop d4. Queen f7. e5. e5.
But did you see the winning move?
I mean, e5 is good enough. d, rook e, and this is just
Curious.
completely crushing. Rook f5, and this is over.
Oh, anyway, there's rook f3, so maybe bishop g6.
Yeah, now h5 looks crushing.
Wow, I am pretty sure that Magnus won't do this.
I am pretty sure he will do it.
One moment, when you went to e5, by any chance was this move knight bishop e8 a possibility?
Instead of e5.
Yeah.
Oh, Amruta, क्या बात है?
What?
Amruta found it.
Unbelievable, Amruta.
Yeah, I also can't believe it.
Oh, he took it. He
He
took
took it. Wow.
Wow, Magnus OP, guys. Found the move.
What is Sindarov's reaction? Can we go full screen?
Crazy. Crazy tactic. ef4, bishop d4, and bishop e8. Amruta, OP, guys.
And also knight f4, Harshit, you spotted this whole sequence, which was epic.
Actually, Magnus is really enjoying himself, yeah? In this.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this position where the
Yeah.
tactics are flowing in your favor. Whenever your position has so many attacking possibilities, I think you just have to enjoy yourself.
So, guys, the
How
tactic.
often do you get such a position, no, on the board? Like, this is beautiful. knight
Beautiful,
f4,
beautiful.
Because the instant reaction is to take the pawn on b4.
Yeah.
And Magnus had to realize to stop this. Also,
That's such a
Harshit,
good
very
point.
quickly you kind of understood that we need to look at the diagonal, dark square diagonal.
I'm pretty sure he will take here, I think.
Yeah, but rook takes, and I don't know how it changes anything.
King is
Is
a
it the
big win.
same thing? Now, if you take the knight,
The even better thing is that the rook on a3 is looking on the a7 pawn. So if anything, this might just help white actually.
oh, yeah. Wow.
Wow.
A player like Sindarov has missed it, which means that what is he going to play? Oh, he's not missed it, or what? Did he have an intermezzo already thought of?
Oh, he went a6.
Yeah.
Wow. He's trying to deflect the bishop which was coming to e8. So I do like this move, and if bishop a6, perhaps rook a8 is his idea. Trying to bring the rook on b8 into the attack.
So, Harshit bhai, do you think it was a conscious decision, like Sindarov actually thought of knight f4, a6, all of these ideas?
I mean, the speed with which he played knight f4, I think so. Sorry, he played a6.
Wow, guys, intermezzo in the calculations. Maza aa raha hai.
And if ef4 now, e5. Because d5 mara to the rook on f8 is hanging. And if the knight moves back, then bishop jumps into d4. And this just goes to show how important piece positioning is rather than material sometimes in the attack.
मजेदार. Great position. तो फिर से लैग हो रहा है. I think it's still lagging, no?
Yeah.
Did you put the now I think we oh what? Yeah. We are there. Amruta. Arshit bhai, we are back.
We are back.
Oh, Amruta OP guys. She has taken the Zoom screenshot and put it there. Bhai, fine now, but Arey baap re. It seems like Amruta, we have right now we are working,
The
but
stream
people are
has ended.
end हो गया. पर तुमने कुछ स्टार्ट स्ट्रीम मतलब कहाँ से किया? हाँ वही तो खत्म कैसे हो? That doesn't matter I guess. पता नहीं भाई चल तो रहा है. ऑल गुड.
All good.
हाँ चल रहा है स्ट्रीम.
It's back now. All good. Refresh kar. Okay, it's live now. Back again.
Are we live?
No sound of Amruta.
Yeah, Amruta, but you can just make sure that your mic is working in the OBS. Your OBS. तो दोनों जगह चलता है. Just go into properties and हाँ.
Default Sennheiser. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me now? Because it does.
Yeah. Is it working?
Yeah, now it's working.
Okay. So stream is working. Let's start. At least we'll understand. It is working also. Low voice. Me. It should be okay now. Let me know.
हाँ बहुत सही है भाई. आवाज तो.
And Vincent is still keeping on the accuracy as high as ever in this whole event, and he isn't slowing down. Knight g6 quickly played, attacking the pawn on e5, and he has completely again managed to restrict white's counterplay. The bishop on e3 or pawn g5 की वजह से cannot go to f4.
Too good. This is just outstanding play. And guys, if the quality of the video is a little low, it's just for some time. We are hoping that this will get fixed very soon, and then we'll have no problems. By the way, Alireza has made a mistake. That's what they are saying. So let's quickly head over to Alireza versus Gukesh. And knight c5, a5. The best move was to put the queen here, but Alireza made the most logical move,
Yeah.
increasing pressure on e4.
And the reason why you say it's logical is because white's bishop is light squared. So you wouldn't want to put your bishop on b5. White's bishop is light squared, so that if you put your bishop on b5, it would have been under attack by an e2. So queen b4 super logical. And I don't think queen d2 is very logical.
अरे लाइव स्ट्रीम एंड हो गया. तुमने कुछ किया अमृता?
नहीं.
अच्छा.
वापस एंड हो गया. तो तुम्हारे इधर से स्टार्ट कर लो अभी, बट फटक से एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है शायद. ऐसा नहीं होगा मतलब. ठीक है, एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट कर दो जल्दी से.
नहीं रिफ्रेश किया तो वर्किंग हो जाता है वो.
नहीं पर
वापस आ
फिर भी
गया.
लेट्स नॉट. ये वाला जूम वाला आइडिया अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. करना है तो पूरा ही मैं नया सेट करती हूँ.
हो रहा है ना फ्रेम्स.
पर यहाँ पे जूम से जो कर रही हूँ वो ठीक नहीं लग रहा है मुझे तो. बट मैं साइड बाय साइड सेट करती हूँ फिर. ठीक है,
नहीं रहा है ना.
Actual
हाँ वो ठीक है, वो कर सकते हो.
स्टूडियो मोड में ना.
अमृता उधर से स्टार्ट है ना?
हाँ।
एक बार स्टॉप करके स्टार्ट करोगी उधर से?
हम्म
किया?
हम्म
Okay, it is working now.
Orange is asking how about starting an entire new stream, but not a very good idea.
Guys, do refresh the stream. It should be working now. I think Amruta, when I do from here, no, like start streaming again, then
Huh.
it ends. When two
But you have
things
not done
clash.
start streaming. Why would you do start streaming? Obviously.
I just was to check the internet.
Arey, come on. Of course it will end, na? At a time we
Hmm.
can't do it.
Okay.
ठीक है, but I think अभी चल रही है तो it should be okay. Only because if they are not able to read the evaluation bars and they are blurred, I was thinking of setting it up, which I will do anyway on the
Just
side.
उसके ऊपर बार डाल दो ना, उसके ऊपर उतना ही.
अरे हाँ, that's a great
Simple.
idea. इनफैक्ट आई कैन पुट एवरीथिंग. तो मैंने इस पूरा सेट ही किया था. हाँ, बट तुमको उधर से कंट्रोल मिलेगा, लाइक यू कैन मेक द मूव्स. मेन एडवांटेज इज दैट. ओके,
Right,
साउंड्स
right.
अमेजिंग. तुम थोड़ा
Too good.
बोर्ड को एडजस्ट कर लो. लीचेस का वो गुकेश के इधर का ऊपर गया हुआ है तो स्क्वायर में. एंड लेट्स गो. आई थिंक इट्स ऑल गोना बी परफेक्ट.
Harshit bhai, we are back.
Oh, great. Let's go.
Harshit bhai already very very excited now. Queen b4 attacking the e4 pawn. भाई आज मुझे लग रहा है कि गुक्की भाई कुछ करेंगे.
I'm not so sure. Knight b5 aa raha hai Sagar bhai. He put his queen on b4. I was just thinking, why did he do this? And the reason is that he wants to keep that b5 square for the knight. And with queen b4, knight b5, knight c3 is his attacking idea.
Oh. And what about queen d2?
Well,
Just trading queens, bhai.
and aren't you losing the e4 pawn?
Take, take,
I thought knight e4 मर रहा है.
take. पहले मार देंगे.
Okay.
Take, take.
Okay.
अभी इसको मारेंगे.
Okay, knight takes. Of course, if you go bishop f3 now, there is knight d2 check.
Yeah.
So you can't do
So
that.
I wanted to take and take here, but yeah,
Yeah.
the knight is here. So oh, long castle bite.
The long castle check coming in to save you, but I don't know
Wow.
if it's that obvious.
Why
King
no? But
c7.
bishop f3 now and then take and take this.
Yeah, I assure you this is not going to happen.
Why?
It's very ingeny line.
Ingeny. By ingeny क्या है?
Ingenious, he wanted to say actually.
It is a very machine-like line.
Wow, this one is such a cute long castle. I didn't see the engine.
Me
I
neither.
found it.
Oh wow.
Yes, queen. I mean, I just went step by step here.
But giving up a pawn and going into this endgame, and I don't know if White is fighting for anything more than equality there, but I think he just needs to pull the brakes and fight for a draw right
करो
now.
और फिर then go into tie breaks.
But it's
Yeah, but
not like he has.
tiebreak में Alireza would be stronger.
अरे पर बोर्ड पे तो you are losing right now.
Exactly. I
Losing
mean,
is
black
too
is.
strong, na Harshit? Or do you think it's like can be called as losing because it's just 1 point whatever, na?
It's not losing, but black's position is super comfortable.
If you, by the way, if you don't play queen d2, then you have a bigger disadvantage. But that being said, of course, the position is complex with the knight putting pressure here, pawn putting. But look at this, black pieces are just incredibly strong. They are just beautiful.
If gf6, I suspect rook fd7 is the best move. Sorry, ed7, not f, ed7, of course. And you give up the pawn on g7, it's all activity now. Knight c4, rook d1 coming, b2 pe pressure. This is finito la comedy. Oh, I have a cool question. If rook d7, let's say now you go something like knight h5 back. Like what's a cool move for black in this position? Few moves that win. Actually, I guess, yeah.
Black to play and win, guys.
Sir, evaluation bar का link मेरे पास नहीं है.
अरे भाई अमृता
sorry,
क्या
sorry.
है? क्रेजी है तू.
नहीं
रुक मैं देखो वही लिंक देता हूँ जिसमें सब कुछ सेट हो जाए 1 सेकंड के अंदर.
done.
ये ले.
वैसे इधर है ऑलरेडी कैंडी, मैंने किया अभी तक.
Did you get it?
Hmm.
Just add it to the browser capture. It will work.
Yep.
Guys, if you
Wow.
yes, guys, in case if you are planning to celebrate today Valentine's Day and want to give, अरे अमृता हाँ, gift your loved ones a perfect gift, then this one is a very nice one. It is a couple's hoodie and it is the link in the pinned message. So do check it out. Couple's sweatshirt. Harshit bhai, would you like one?
Um, yeah. I think I will only get one once I know whom I'm going to get the second one for.
Oh, but you said yes right now.
But there was a
Oh!
caveat. Queen D2 played. Wow. Wow. That's the spectacular find by Gukesh. I did not think this move was easy to find with, I mean, in no matter what time control, but that's the best defensive resources he has found. And Queen B5, the best move blitzed out by Firouzja.
Hi, Firouzja is too crazy.
This is definitely going to. That's the best move, यार.
भाई उसने तो 1 सेकंड सोचा तक नहीं.
हमारा पूरा आइडिया था क्वीन D2 का. It just went vanished away. Knight C4 is going to jump in now, and this looks very good for black.
But Harshit bhai, you remember you said the queen is here, the bishop can come and attack.
Yeah, but वो जो स्पीड से खेल रहा है उसका ही डर लग रहा है सागर भाई
Maybe
मुझे.
bishop c. Oh,
Yeah, of course I cannot put my knight there because queen D8 is checkmate.
yeah. So that's a problem.
So
Bishop
only move bishop C4.
take.
Bishop
And here
C4.
once again you can't. So then little bit of black's intentions are slowed down here. And now I can take.
But intention slow गए पर इरादा तो पक्का है सागर भाई. Rookie D7 and all in on the D1 square.
इंटेंशन स्लो हो गए पर इरादा तो पक्का है. वाह, हर्षित भाई का ओपी डायलॉग.
Amrita, you can slowly replace even the
I'm doing.
cameras, yeah?
हाँ, अरे मैं फिर तो
No,
मेरा सब
camera-
सेट ही था ओवरले के लिए. वही बता रही थी मैं, वही करती हूँ मैं. दैट्स अ बेटर आइडिया.
नहीं बट इधर से फिर कभी हम वापस नहीं जा सकते.
जा सकता है ना.
और कैसे चेक करो कि इंटरनेट इधर वापस आएगा कि नहीं. पता कैसे उधर चेक करूंगा तो स्ट्रीम एंड हो जाएगा.
नहीं, बीच में कभी तो क्या करेंगे, मैं स्टॉप स्ट्रीमिंग करूंगी और फिर तुम कर देना वहां से स्टार्ट. ऐसा करेंगे. ओके.
So after queen.
सब लोग बोल रहे हैं क्वालिटी इज बैड. अमृता,
ठीक है, तो तुमको चेक करना है.
करूं?
कर दो चेक. मैं स्टॉप करती हूँ, रुक.
It's not guys, quality good.
नहीं अमृता, नहीं चल रहा इधर. एक्चुअली वो आई थिंक वी हैव टू गो विद दिस.
So bishop E2, bishop C4 already happened.
Yeah.
This has happened in the game right now, and Gukesh is thinking he has to take on C4, no other option.
Cool. So this game maybe we can come back later, Harshit bhai.
Yes.
This is looking equal. Let's go to the game of Vincent Keymer. Amrita, don't change the video. I will let me change it क्योंकि वहां से तुम्हारे पास तुमको चेंज करना पड़ेगा जैसे मैं चेंज कर रहा हूँ. चलेगा?
तुम जो भी बोलोगे मेरे को चलेगा. व्हाटएवर यू से.
हाँ वो तुम भी चेंज करो.
By the way, guys, Vincent Keymer only needs a draw to win the Grand Slam championship here in Weisenhaus. And it seems like he's trying to exchange the queens, which is going to give him a very good chance to draw this game.
And it's forced, right? Or you can keep the queens
I mean,
on
if
the
you
board.
move your queen, that's not going to be ideal because then black can long castle, and suddenly white's king cannot long castle because the queen on f4 protects the c1 square. So you have to take, knight takes, and black is very comfortable, no?
But if you think about it, Harshit bhai, I have an extra pawn here and also a central passer. So I have my trump cards. I do realize that my pawn is hanging.
Exactly, and the bishop on g8 is going to jump into d5 and it's going to put even more pressure on that g2 pawn.
So I have to give it up and I long castle to get my
And can
rook.
I long castle as well, or that's not so good? Also possible. And
This game is actually reminding me of Vincent versus Magnus game, where Magnus was struggling to get an edge throughout, but in the end he did get it.
yeah, but
And then
Vincent
Vincent
still managed to hold. So I think that in that game, Carlsen had a bigger advantage than Fabi does right now. And with Vincent's drawing skill and technique, I think that right now is a big favorite to win the tour, the first leg of the tour. Vincent is OP, Sarang Shinde. Yes, in this event he
can
has
we
been.
take a party from Vincent? He will win $200,000
Arre, wow.
today. We can ask him for a treat. But where will he give us the treat? He will say, I invite you to the dinner here. But if Fabi wins, then Harshit bhai, you will go to his treat.
I mean, every day is a treat with you here, Sagar. Bhai.
Arey, Harshit bhai. Diplomacy.
Oh, when Gukesh just made a move. G takes f6, Sagar Bhai, mistake. Big mistake here in this game.
Why, how did Gukesh make such a big error?
Oh, and now there is a big move. Amruta -4.
What?
Yes,
It's
Gukesh's
-4.
game -4 chal
And
raha
I
hai.
think I'm sure that that move is the most obvious move.
Oh,
So I'm sure that Gukesh has something thought of for rook e d7 here, guys.
But whatever that, like, it doesn't seem to be working. It's very good for very good for Firouzja after rook e d7. The rooks are going to jump in the attack.
No, but what should Gukesh do here?
Okay, let's try to analyze.
Like, why would he?
FG7. Let's go step by step. Bishop takes e2.
No, but why to take on e2? Then queen takes, right?
Yeah,
Why
then
not
knight
take
c4.
knight e4?
No, bishop e2, queen e2, knight c4, I thought. And then b2
Maybe
mate
he
or
has this idea only fg7, bhai. Because if knight e4 here with the idea, he wants to take this and make a queen. Maybe making a queen might, I don't know, knight c3.
No, I think okay, first of all, queen d7, knight d7 is there.
sorry.
Second of all, why not bishop e2? Bishop e2, queen e2, knight c4 is just over, no? Rook d7, c3, just rook d1 or rook d2, either or.
Wait. b3, knight b3, kya?
Yeah, b3, knight b3. And if c3, then I think rook d1 check should be crushing, no? Rook d1 is just over. King c2, queen b3. Yeah. So this is rook d7 khela, so it's going to be completely winning for Firouzja. Rook d7 only move, by the way, because all other moves give Gukesh an equality. So Firouzja with 38 minutes, I think, is going to defeat Gukesh in this matchup. If he finds rook e d7.
Oh, found it.
He plays it.
Found it. I think Gukesh is going to lose this. There's no coming back from here,
Can
man.
we go full screen to see his view, please?
I think it's tough here, Harshit bhai, with all the things we have arranged.
Or
Hey, Amruta, did you do something?
What? Yeah, I'm doing.
Kya kiya?
I've
Huh?
replaced my own video over here for a better quality evaluation bar, and I'm adding subscriber comment stuff.
But stream ended somehow.
No, I haven't done anything that way.
Okay, we are back. Guys, refresh. Refresh करो दोस्तों. We are not. It's like Gukesh's game. खत्म नहीं करेंगे हम.
बस
अरे, अरे, अरे.
रिफ्रेश ही करना है. लाइफ में भी कुछ भी हो जाए, रिफ्रेश बटन हमेशा रहेगा. बट अमेजिंग यार कि इतने सारे लोग इन स्पाइट ऑफ ऑल दीज प्रॉब्लम्स दे आर वाचिंग, बिकॉज़ इट वुड बी really not easy
Yes,
to
guys,
be the
thanks a lot
viewer,
for
so
sticking around. This is the
too
final
good.
day that we have in Weisenhouse. Internet problems.
Very grateful.
Can't do anything. Sagar and Amruta doing their best to put on this show. I'm not the biggest expert, so I'm just waiting. But thanks a lot, Sagar and Amruta, also for trying your best, guys.
Beast says your stream is like Gukesh blundering again and again. Yes, guys, we keep fighting. You know, sometimes you think about it, it's the biggest day of the tournament, and such things shouldn't happen, but they happen. And we have to keep fighting. And I think it's the same for Gukesh.
But
He would not want to lose.
they can hear
Yes, Amma.
right now. When you're talking, they can hear.
Who can?
वो भी है ना, तुम ये सब बता रहे हो पर वो सुन सकते हैं क्या?
कौन?
चैट रे. कौन? क्या कौन?
सुनाई दे रहा है, चल रहा है.
चल रहा है क्या? मेरे इधर क्यों नहीं चल रहा है? ठीक है.
Just refresh करो.
रिफ्रेश. बस कुछ भी हो जाए एक ही दवा. लाखों क्या है वो? लाखों.
Like it's
दुखों
true, no,
की
Arshit
दवा.
bhai, in life also, whenever you face some problem, you just refresh.
Yeah, I mean, you accept whatever happened and just refresh, and immediately you will see something on the brighter side. Here, however, I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel for Gukesh in this game, because after Rook ED7, the knight is going to come to C4, and the lines that we just highlighted with the rooks coming into D1 looks like this is not looking good for Gukesh.
King first gaya इधर. Actually, at this point, you want to do short castling, Arshit bhai, and run to the other side.
Which kind of makes me wonder about this question that surely should be brought up. How much similarity is there between chess 960 and chess? Because obviously, being the world champion, we did, I mean, like you obviously, like, of course, I'm a friend of his, like, I always love for him to do well. But how how is it possible for there to be such a stark difference where most of the other players, like, Gukesh being the world champion, of course, was some sort of a favorite in this matchup, right? According to rating as well.
Yeah.
But he hasn't managed to win a single game in this event. So does that mean that there is no like connection at all, or does that just mean that this was an off event?
Gaevsky said yesterday that it's just a different game altogether. Chess 960 or freestyle chess. But if we ask Magnus, perhaps he might say that there are more. I think it's how you look at it, perhaps. I would be very interested to ask Magnus about this. Because Gaevsky was like, this is completely a different game and we have been preparing, and it's. अरे अमृता क्या कर रही हो?
I'm scared to click the studio mode because the stream might just go away. So getting this here.
Oh, there's a result.
What? Oh yeah, Nakamura already won. Sagar bhai.
Wow.
Should we try to have him in the studio?
Yeah, definitely. Can we just look at Hikaru's he's just 2 pawns up, yeah, at that point.
तुम
Yeah, I
बात
mean-
करो ना, बट मतलब तुम इधर मत देखो. एक सेकंड के लिए बीच में मैं सब एडजस्ट कर रही हूँ.
Uh-huh. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, EF5 and Rook F6 is made.
Wow.
Hikaru is very sharp in these positions, and he's not going to let any mistake like the one Abdusattorov made let slip away. He's going to capitalize that, and he has won the game against Nodirbek 2-0. We had Atusa joining us. She's going to be very happy that it was an early day today, and I'm sure that Hikaru after losing to whom did he to Sindarov is going to be very happy about this comeback.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So Magnus, on the other hand, will definitely get a draw from here, Harshit bhai, I feel.
Draw.
मतलब draw तो कर ही लेगा.
Oh yeah.
So he will
He will
finish third.
Yeah, he will also win his matchup against Sindarov. So we'll have Hikaru winning his matchup. Magnus most likely is going to win his matchup.
Firouzja
Firouzja
will
most
win.
likely going to win, which means Vincent is the last player that we were about to take a look at, and he's also going to win, it seems like.
He will draw. By the way, Gukesh game, people said.
B3 played. Can we stick with this game? Because I think we are going to see the final moments of this game, Sagar Bhai.
Yeah, I think just Gukesh wants to get rid of this tournament, I think. Because B3 is not a move. Like, there are many ways to win after B3, you know? Knight B3, does it
Knight
work?
B3 is the most tempting. So can we try to analyze that? Knight B3, CB3. I guess his point is that Queen B3 is a blunder now because of Queen B2. Because the
No, I
D1
think-
rook is protected. To highlight that, the D1 rook is protected by the bishop. So it's crucial that after CB3, black starts with bishop takes E2.
Which is very easy calculation.
Yeah, queen takes E2, queen takes B3, and now after queen B2, the D1 rook is unprotected, and that's why after queen B3, just knight C4 and bring all your cavalry into the attack. And I don't think white has enough to defend this by far, actually. Oh, the cool mate as well. Queen B2 mate, nice variation. Yeah.
Jaya is saying I'm hooked to your channel after Chess World Championship, losing all my sleep, and I don't even know chess. Crazy.
Wow, that's so amazing.
She's saying I'm losing my sleep. It's amazing, Sagar.
No. It's amazing that you're following this, but I hope that you don't lose your sleep. Sleep well. Shubham says I haven't slept for 5-6 days. Can you guys suggest something so that I can just sleep in this? Arey bhai. Shubham bhai, you should go and see a doctor if you are not getting a sleep.
नहीं
How can we help?
just start running जब तक इतना थक जाओगे कि सो ही जाओगे.
Yeah, that is one way to look, but Amruta, he might be also, he should go to a doctor. That is very important. Guys, don't take lightly if you are not feeling well.
This goes to you too, Sagar bhai.
Yes, no, I sleep bhai.
क्या sleep bhai?
आज बहुत सोया मैं.
आप बोलते हो बस सागर भाई.
नहीं, today
फिर
I
5 o'clock कुछ तो मैसेज आता है, नहीं तो फिर कुछ तो अपलोड होता है. Okay, coming back to this position, Sagar bhai, I think the summary was that just get enough rest, because you should, I mean, get as much rest as you need to be the most efficient at whatever you do. After B3, knight takes B3, Sagar bhai, is going to be a crushing sacrifice. Firouzja is just calculating that, I think, and that's going to be a tough end for Gukesh. I don't know how he's going to like playing in this chess 960 events after this. I don't think he'll play.
My feeling also is that he might just pull out from the next event, but he might also take it as a challenge, because I remember once he came to Mumbai to do a simul with 20 opponents, and he was in big trouble in that. I think in the end the score was some 12-8. That was a very tough simul. He had chosen, like, we had very.
Oh no, GF6 played. He did not find knight B3. Completely shocking. How Firouzja is not just like finishing off Gukesh. Yesterday he was totally and utterly winning. Again, he did not win. Today as well, he's just not finding the crushing sacrifice.
But we should take a moment in this case that they are missing moves, yeah, especially also playing for this tough situation, difficult times, and you're not in the same state of mind, and you tend to miss moves. So Firouzja also missing does prove that.
I'm surprised by this move for sure because it was really not a tough calculation, Amruta. And actually, today we are seeing players like Abdusattorov making a huge blunder. First Gukesh, then Firouzja.
And if you notice,
I think they are humans, yeah, after all. So Yogesh Kaushik says, Doctor, Mr. Gukesh needs to call back Mr. Paddy. Maybe. Maybe. And the guy not sleeping can contact me. अरे डॉक्टर योगेश कौशिक को कांटेक्ट करो भाई if he is a doctor.
Oh, nice. Acha, he's super chatted. We also have a very nice comment
एक
by.
जन ने लिखा है it's a brilliant move to get the client. Agree. हाँ बोलो अमृता.
नहीं गया किधर तो गुरु प्रसाद ने काफी मोटिवेटिंग लिखा था बट ऊपर गया.
oh, can Gukesh do short castle? It's a cool question actually.
Guru Prasad says this is like Olympiad 2022. Gukesh will take it personally and come back as a champion in the next leg of the tour. That's what he thinks.
भाई रुक इधर से इधर आया ना. It was on C1.
The king was on C1, went to B1.
Gukesh has taken now upon. Gukesh ऐसे खेल रहा है जैसे कि hoping that Firouzja blunders.
Yeah, only one move wins. Only one move wins. The rest of the moves are actually
Wait,
equal.
should
So
I start the
if
chat
Firouzja
with
doesn't,
just moves? Are you
No, no, अमृता बस बहुत हो गया. इससे ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए अपने को. इतना चलेगा तो इनफ है.
I think मैं हेल्प चेस की कोशिश कर रही हूँ.
I was thinking this or this. Because you know Harshit bhai, if I take here, I mean this one only, no, because double attack on
Yeah.
the queen. ये मुश्किल तो नहीं है भाई.
last night भी तो भी मुश्किल नहीं था actually.
ये तो check
If
में
bishop
मरेगा.
c4, then knight d2 is a check, very important, and that's completely winning.
So I take here also check. So I take here, then the rook will take here. Why? This is very straightforward tactic. Now, if this he doesn't find, I'm not going to say, oh, they.
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
That this they have to fight.
They have to find, yeah.
Firouzja has to fight. I think he will fight.
B Prasad says
But if
even
he
though I
does-
subscribe to the channel, the live session doesn't appear in my feed. Oh, because we have more than 3 videos.
Why?
So after that it doesn't. You have to go to ChessBase India consciously. देखना है कुछ भी अपडेट है न्यू वीडियो क्लिक करने का देखने का.
Amruta, Vincent
हुआ?
is winning. He's
Vincent
about to
जीत रहा है.
win.
About to win तो immediately नहीं लग रहा है
वो
मुझे.
हुआ भाई. That line happened. Knight F4.
Oh,
long caster.
everything. Knight g2 also happened. Knight e3, and now knight f5 because Fabi needs to win. He cannot make a draw, so he's trying to complicate the things. Knight f5, but after knight d1, he's just down an exchange right now. His idea is that if knight d6, rook d8, his concept was to go rook g7. That was his concept.
Oh.
And now rook takes b7 is a
Mate.
mate. Yeah. So very cool concept, but I think that after rook g7 immediately played.
By Fabi, if Vincent now finds the best move.
But long castle is the easiest, no?
No, but
Long castle, I mean, is the easiest refutation, no? Knight d6, even rook d6. I will just take ed and just rook d8, rook d8, and just play very safe. Bishop e6 and just make sure I have no problems, and this is an easy, straightforward draw. I mean, only if black can be better, right?
pawn up.
Yeah.
So Vincent only nerves can take him down here.
Yeah,
He
and
needs calm, and he has 31 minutes. By Vincent Keymer.
guys, he's going to be the champion. What is this? 20 years old?
Yeah,
Absolutely
Bhai,
incredible.
can we try and get Hikaru?
Yes, yes.
Is he there? Should I ask?
Yeah. Hi, Amruta.
Hi. I'm just setting. You can continue. I'm just trying to set
Yes.
up certain things. Yeah.
Long castle, knight d6, all of this has happened. And actually, simply king e8 is also. Yeah, I think rook d6 is the easiest, guys. E d6, bishop e6, and then just capture the pawn on d6, I think Vincent is going to safely draw this game, which means he will be the champion of the tour, getting GP points, getting $200,000 to his effort. That is going to be an insane story for this local wonder of Germany.
I mean, are you saying the game is ending right away, like, or is it gonna take some time?
I mean, it might last for a few more moves, but I don't think Black is ever going to be in a trouble. And look at how Fabi is sitting, Amruta. I think he knows that this
Yeah.
game is going to be a draw.
So this is not going in tiebreak. Right now,
This is
Gukesh
not.
is in trouble. Chances may be low that it will also go in tiebreak.
Oh,
Magnus is
look
also
at this
winning.
game. Amruta, queen takes d7 has been played.
Oh,
Knight e4 hua, queen takes d7, sacrificing his queen. Rook takes d7, but this is rook takes d7. So knight takes d7 will happen. Hua,
yeah, he's winning, completely winning.
what did he do? Knight c4. Bishop on e2 is hanging, so bishop takes e2. Knight c3 only move to attack the queen and the bishop on e2. Played.
Materially too much down, no?
Yeah, and now I think queen b4. Oh, we have a very special guest joining. Hi, Hikaru.
Hey, how's it going?
Please,
Going with
thanks
you?
for joining us. Yes,
Sure.
please.
I'm talking with you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Congrats, first of all. That was a very
Thank
nice
you.
win, 2-0. Amruta is also here if you want
Okay.
to.
So I can hear it in here?
Yes, you can hear it in here.
Hikaru has to
I'll-
come in the frames, Harshit.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
Hi,
Yeah,
Hikaru.
yes, this is good.
Hey.
I was just
These two. Okay, yeah.
taking a look at this game, and this seems to
Mhm.
be completely.
Yeah, so I mean, I think my general view is that everyone's a little bit tired, both between yesterday and today. And I mean, it's not so much that the quality is dipping, but I feel like everybody's moving faster.
Mm.
And I think it's a very clear product that people you don't want to spend a ton of time thinking on every move. And so it feels like the games, at least in my opinion, between yesterday and today, are a lot sloppier than they were in the first couple of matches.
Yeah,
So,
which brings me to your game. I'll just start from the beginning. You chose d4. Was this
Mhm.
something you guys like to prevent together, or you came up with this?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously Fabiano and I looked at this move, and we thought it was a good choice. But I would also say as a general thing, in my opinion, you cannot afford to lose with white in a 2-game match, in Fisher Random. In my opinion, like it's just the chances of winning in Fisher Random when you're down 1-0 if you have black are worse in my opinion than in regular chess. Is what I
Really?
would say. And the main reason I say that is because I feel like it's not every position. There obviously are 959 unique ones. But there are a lot of positions where I feel like you have to mirror your opponent. You have to
Mhm.
play like in this game. I thought d4, d5, or like even d4, f5. I mean, white just goes to e4. And already here, like, okay, computer has some
Yeah,
funny line,
yeah.
but it's like it's very hard to play as a human because already your white has all the space. White develops very easily.
Uh-huh.
And unlike in normal chess, all these hyper modern openings like the modern or the Pyrrhic, I think they just like they kind of lose in many
Mhm.
cases. So it's really rough. And I think didn't Sindarov play d6, right?
Yes, so we
And-
had d6,
Mhm.
we had f5 chosen by Vincent, and f6. So those were the three like.
Right. So like okay, both Sindarov and Nodirbek needed to win. So like you go d6, e4, e5, d5, and Magnus has a bunch of space and he's just much better.
Yeah.
And Nodirbek played f6, which I think is also very bad. But the thing that I thought with this game is that at least it wasn't super obvious to me how I was winning. Like I'm almost certain, even without looking, that I was winning on like move 6 or 7 in this
Really?
game.
Okay, so e4, e5, okay, d5, just
yeah, of
gaining
course.
space.
I mean, I saw this whole c6.
c6.
And then I played c4, which I think is probably not best. But the thing is, I only need a draw here. So if I only need a draw, I mean, after c4 takes queen c1, king c1, I think I mean, white's still slightly better, but I don't think it's very much.
Mhm.
But I knew he couldn't do this because he has to win
He
the
has
game.
to win, yeah.
So he goes bishop a5, which of course is, I think, terrible too.
You didn't like
No,
it?
I saw bishop a5, but basically I thought that after rook e2, he's in a bad spot because he can't ever trade the queens. He can't trade the queens because he has to win the game, so he has to go and do something insane.
Yeah.
And so knight g6, and here already I suspect g3 is wrong. I think that probably if I go rook c2, knight f4, f3, I mean, I think I'm just better. There's some knight d3, queen e3, knight e1 stuff, and like the reason I didn't go for this is because I mean, like, why do I want to do this? I don't need to win the game. If I need to win the game, I probably can play like this, but I only need to draw. So it's like, why do I want to allow some complication? I like overlook one move and then
Something
suddenly
happens.
I
Yeah.
lose the game for no reason.
So G3.
Um,
And actually, like I was telling the chat that you love playing King's Indian with black, and with this like closed position,
Mhm.
you would have a lot of experience, especially like blitz and bullet games that would give you a lot of confidence in this.
Yeah, it's just very easy to play. But the problem is a few moves later, if you keep going.
Uh-huh.
Right, so he played, what did he play here? Yeah, 93. I knew 93 was wrong too, but it's like I was already burning my time. We already know what happened when I got too low on time in some of the other games, and it's just like, what am I doing? So
Would you like the moves, or would you prefer?
I mean, after d6, I'm curious what the move is.
Yeah.
I don't normally, I mean, normally I don't care, but just f3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure, but it's also I don't want to burn my whole clock, and also I mean it's also like playing a bit of poker here because I always know on every turn he can't trade the queens.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter if the computer says it's equal. He can't trade the queens from a match standpoint.
Uh-huh.
So because he can't trade the queens, like I have some more liberties. And 93, 97 must be bad. Keep going.
Rook
Right, and he
C2.
played 97, right?
Yes. He played.
And I'm not winning here. Wow. I felt like I was actually the
Winning.
reason I spent so much time is I thought, yeah, so bishop g4.
Uh-huh.
I spent forever on this queen c7 dc6 line, and I mean I had a feeling this should be winning. Takes, yeah, dc6, keep going, bc6, b4.
Oh.
Oh wow, I didn't see f5. I only saw bishop b6 here. f5.
Well, and the point is that if ef5, bishop b6, what changed?
I mean I thought bishop b6 I have like a c5 move and I'm doing fine. No, with the pawns of course. Here it's just bad, but I had this feeling that is bishop b6 losing? Bishop b6 c5? dc5 and I don't have anything here. Wow.
But yeah, with the king on b8, it's very easy to think that.
But it's dangerous because
yeah,
both sides,
exactly.
both
Rook
kings,
b2,
yeah.
knight c4 can suddenly come in the game. Okay, but yeah, you of course just needed a draw today.
So it's like I spent all my time trying to make this work. I also like because everybody looks with computers. I thought about going bishop h5 too. I was trying to figure out, do I want to force the
include
pawn
this
forward and then go back
yours.
to like g4 or e2?
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't make up my mind. So finally I was like, okay, this is all very stupid. Just play
Quickly,
normal moves.
yeah.
And so I
So
went
you
bishop
played
g4,
g4?
queen c7, yeah.
f3.
I mean, the move that I really wanted to play bishop g4, queen c7. I really wanted to make queen f1 work, and I couldn't make it work.
With the same idea
yeah.
of hitting the.
So I thought bishop f7,
Uh-huh.
queen h3,
Mm-hmm.
knight c5,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't make it work. So if I go f3, there's h5 here.
And bishop
Yeah.
h5, rook h8 would.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's
be
like,
terrible.
I mean, again, I'm spending all this time. I'm looking at these b4 lines, and I'm looking at this queen h3, and finally, it's too much because I know if I get down to like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, like something bad's gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
But luckily, it's very easy to play here. I just what I did in the game was
Oh, sorry. You.
yeah, I played f3.
F3.
I mean, okay, it's fine.
Bishop
Queen
f7,
f1.
queen f1.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how easy was it for you to come up with this idea?
It wasn't hard, primarily because I've had a couple of the positions we've already had to bring the queen out early. So the first game against Sindarov, there was this queen h8 g8 to get the queen in the game. There was the first game against was it against Gukesh? Or no, second game where I was black, where I went c6, queen c7, queen a5 very early. And I think there was one other game. Was it yesterday's game? I'm trying to remember yesterday's game right now. I'm drawing a
yesterday,
blank.
yeah, it was that queen trade end game, yeah.
For some reason I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember the game, but there have been a couple of games where you have to get the queen out early, so I've been pretty aware of these ideas of like trying to get the queen in the game or move the queen very early.
And also, of course, it allowed you to have this possibility of...
Right, which is it's very important. So like also at the start of the game, I knew when he played bishop a5, I knew he was going to try and do something where he goes to the king side and I can't go the same way. But because of all the space here, like it's just I think white's just better.
And you just long castle.
I mean, he should play bishop b6. Did he play bishop b6? He didn't, right?
He played bishop b6.
Yeah,
He
and then
played
yeah,
knight
I thought
f5.
knight f5 was. I mean, it's like, once again like.
Situation.
I mean, once again, I know that it's like if I need to win this game, I probably make different decisions. But like here, I have 36 minutes. Just get as many pieces off the board because as long as he doesn't get some attack on the queen side, I can't lose. So knight f5 I thought was fine.
Takes.
Takes, yeah. Yeah, this is a blunder, of course. But
Do you think he meant to take and then go rook c8? Or I was just trying to deduce like that move, like, I mean, like, what
yeah,
do you...
I don't know what to really make of Nodirbek, because there's a famous game he played, what's it, like 3 weeks ago in Tadasila against Arjun, and what he played is his Queen of the Night. I don't remember which move he played, but he played some move, and Arjun, was it like H4, F4? I don't remember exactly what it was, but he played the move and he was very stone faced. Like I remember because I was covering the game, and he showed no emotion then. And he made a very clean blunder, and then today he played Rook C8 and he showed no emotion again. So I'm really unsure whether it was a clean blunder or he's just trying to put on a good face for the fans, and to not show that he's unhappy. But I think it was just a blunder.
Wow.
Is my guess. That's my guess. I think it was just a blunder. Yeah,
But also
like,
you were right. Yeah, like he was playing very quickly, and after Queen H3, yeah.
I mean, I also could tell he was trying to put pressure on the
Mhm.
clock, obviously. I mean, it's no secret that I haven't played well when I've been low on time. But yeah, once I get Queen H3, now, I mean, time pressure will never be an issue. I'm winning the pawn on H7, and there are a million different ways to win. So the rest of the game, I think, wasn't
Yeah,
really
and then you just
relevant.
went
Yeah.
on to convert this very well. So you made a very nice comeback in the last two matches. You won both the games. How was your overall impression of this event in Weisenhaus?
Yeah, I mean, I think the chess I played in the classical was objectively very good. Obviously, I didn't play Vincent, Fabiano, or Magnus, who are I assume going to be the top three unless something happens to Magnus today. So, I mean, I'm very happy. I think I proved that I can play at a very high level, which is always a good thing. That being said, I mean, working on time pressure, things like that still do remain a serious concern or an issue. So that remains. But overall, I thought that I got good positions. I thought my understanding was pretty good, and it's about as good as it could have gone considering the start.
Mhm.
Hikaru, the entire chat couple of days ago was saying, Hikaru, please don't retire. Please don't retire. They were like, I hope that it was just something that you said just like that. Or no?
No, it was not actually. I mean, I think people they fail to. I mean, it's very easy if you're on the outside. It doesn't matter what it is. It's very easy to look at things through a certain lens without any perspective or any understanding. And what I was saying there was, I mean, sure, I was unhappy. Obviously, I was a little bit tilted, but I still have the same view, which is that, basically, if I don't play well in the classical events, it's already hard enough because I have so many other things going on. So, like, I'm not going to just play if I'm not going to be competitive. And that was not something I just said spur of the moment. It's been on my mind a lot recently, but I would also say it's because of the sort of games that I lost. I'll give a good example. The second classical game against Gukesh, I was winning. Computer says I'm winning,
Mhm.
but it wasn't a position where it's technically winning, meaning that Gukesh always has counterplay. There always are tricks in the position. So like even though I didn't win that game and I was technically winning, I'm not really all that unhappy because it was not something straightforward. But the games against Sindarov were games that were straightforward. If you look at the classical game, it's a knight versus a bishop. I have extra pawns. I should win that. You look at the blitz games, this d4 move with the knights on a5, e5. I should have won that one. But also the final game, I'm just up a piece, and I mean, sure, he has an a and a b pawn, but that's also a game that I should win, and there is no real counterplay. So, when I look at the games that I've messed up recently, those aren't the only ones. There were games in the World Rapid and Blitz. There was a game against Merzin, a game against Neiman. There was a game against Erevind as well, where at the end of this Blitz game, I didn't play King A3. I think I moved to Bishop or something. I allowed him to go King B2, which was also just unconscionable. So, it's a general statement, born out of objectivity about sort of the games and the conversions in recent times. And, we'll see. Maybe it's just a blip on the radar. Maybe I'll play great in Norway in the World Cup. But if I play the way that I played in the World Blitz and Rapid, or the way I start off here, then that statement will definitely be true. So it's not about drama or being tilted or making some comics. I know like Ivanchuk, I think, said this after he lost to Wesley So, like maybe a decade ago. But no, like I nothing has changed. I hold the exact same stance that I did at the time when I said it.
Hmm.
Your
Well,
fans are
Hikaru,
gonna
we
be
just
feeling
hope
very
that
sad.
so
Well, I mean, I think what I would say is, as people know, it's no secret that I don't have the time, first of all, to prepare the way that a lot of other players do. But then secondly, I'm also not getting any younger. So those things combined make it very difficult. And also, the world is changing a lot. When you look at the freestyle events, the prize funds are very big. They're significantly bigger than any FIDE events. If you look at the first prize of $200,000, that only the World Championship is comparable. You look at the Grand Chess Tour, I think first place, maybe they've made it 100. I think it's still 75, but I could be wrong. It's not quite the same. And then you also look at the Esports World Cup, where players are getting org deals into the 6 figures, potentially 7 figures. And then you look at the first prize of $325,000 there. And so also I would say the landscape is shifting to where when you look at the candidates, for example, or the World Championship, it's not as important, in my opinion, as it once was. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone's going to try to qualify, but I would use what Alireza said the other day, where it's like, the candidates, in my view, is a tournament where a lot of it comes down to who performs the best in that moment or who gets the right pairings. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's luck, because then everyone's going to say, well, you're saying Gukesh got lucky, when of course he played very, very well. But a lot of it comes down to things that I would say don't speak to the pure skill level. Like, you look at Gukesh's game against Alireza, or you look at his game against Abdusattorov. If those guys play Fabiano or myself at the end of the tournament, maybe we have a chance to win those games. Now we didn't, the pairings are what they are, and everybody plays everybody twice.
Correct.
But those sorts of things I think can become very disillusioning. And if I use, my own background, not even talking about Alireza here, in 2016, I put in so much effort into that. Like, I worked with Peter Lecko for a couple of months. I prepared a bunch of openings, like the Queen's Indian Defense, where I lost 2 games, of course. And I really did it the way that you're supposed to. You spend months studying, changing your openings, having your surprises, and then everything went wrong. And then I contrast it with the candidates, which I just played in Toronto. And I basically spent 1 month, if that, doing kind of semi-serious preparation and showing up. And then I had a great result, and I almost won the tournament. And so, like, when you look at the candidates, I mean, my perspective is just, it's not luck, but you need certain things to fall into place. You really need certain things to go right that are out of your control completely. And if you play well, good things can happen. But there's no saying that you playing well is going to lead to you winning the tournament. And so that's why I also don't really view it as being something super important anymore. I mean, hopefully I can qualify again. We'll see what happens in Norway and or the World Cup, I would say. But with all these other events, with these big prize funds, it's just not my priority. So if I'm going to not treat it as a priority, and I'm also not playing well in classical chess, and it's so much harder to play those events than, say, Freestyle or Rapid and Blitz, then why bother? Is my attitude.
One of my last questions, Hikaru, like, of course, everyone is super excited to see you play here. What's next? Where can the fans and players watch you play next?
Yeah, so I'll be in St. Louis. There's a tournament at the start of March, just a short Blitz and Rapid, and then there's the American Cup in the middle of March. I'll be playing both those events. I think also speaking about the bigger picture, how I do in the American Cup, which does have a classical component, and Norway chess will go a long way towards whether I seriously try to qualify. I think I'll just say it because, again, I think everybody knows this. If I don't play well in American Cup and or Norway chess, I'll basically put all my hopes on the World Cup and hope that I can qualify. And if not, if that doesn't happen, so be it. But if I play well in Norway chess and the American Cup, then maybe I'll try to chase the rating spot. So a lot of the sort of terms I plan will be determined by the next month or so, and we'll go from there. But I will say the World Cup, I believe, is supposed to be in India, right?
Yes, that would be great. I think all the Indian fans are going to go crazy to see you play in India.
But for him, it's going to be a lot of jet lag, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think actually also people were wondering why I didn't play the Tata Steel event recently there, and it's because the last time I played, which I think was that 2023 or 2022, I was just jet lagged the whole time, and there's some really bad blunders I made, specifically against Arjun, I remember, in a couple of games, and so like I was jet lagged the whole time. I never got on the time zone, so that's actually why I didn't play there last year. But the World Cup, of course, I'll probably try to go a little bit early, and if I do play, it'd be great. I mean, it would also be fun to maybe finally meet Same. I think I haven't met him yet. I know he's been in the US. He's done some stuff, and also in the UK. But that would be actually a lot of fun because it's wild to see. I mean, I'm obviously I don't follow like Indian culture super closely, but I feel like at the start of the pandemic he was kind of a comedian, kind of known, and now he's like a big superstar everywhere. Yeah. So it's really amazing to see what he's done with comedy and chess, and hopefully I'll have a chance to meet him, but also to meet the fans as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you, Hikaru.
And Hikaru, Sagar, one moment. I just have one question to you because I think I had this doubt I was observing because it's the last round and Gukesh and Alireza, like all these energetic players are feeling low on energy. So and many of you as well. So I was observing that is it true that the freestyle from move number 1 you're thinking it's a different kind of tiredness, yeah? Or can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's tired, and also there's a point at which you have to make a decision. It's either you think and you try to play proper chess, or you're just like, I'm just gonna play a move that I think is good, as long as it's not a blunder, I just go with it. So it's very tough, and I would say it's much harder than regular chess, because basically in regular chess you spend 70% focusing on the game, and I think in Fisher Random you spend like 99.99%. So I think that's also why you see a lot more blunders, because people aren't actually used to it, and I think it's mentally very, very tiring. So yeah, but it's been fun, and I think I've proved that I can play, and yeah, hopefully
No,
I'll
it
do well
was
in the next
great
event.
No, it was
to
wonderful.
follow all
And
of your
Atusa
games.
also was there today with us at the live stream for a while, so we really enjoyed with her as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a good event. I've enjoyed. I think it's just fun getting to play and trying to come up with the best ideas, and that's something that doesn't happen that frequently in regular chess anymore. So it's a good idea, and to have the big prize funds to have everyone following it's just fantastic. So it's been a blast.
Thank you.
Okay, Hikaru,
Thank you.
thanks for joining us, and we are very excited to see you play next, and hopefully we get to talk with you again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Sure.
Thank you.
Wow, Amruta, that was super to have
Amazing.
Hikaru join us.
Yeah.
Maza aa gaya, Sagar bhai. Arey, to get his insights.
Yes, actually, Amruta was asking a lot of
Arey,
questions.
I have to like
and
you know.
Atusa was waiting outside
Oh,
for
I didn't
because
ask a lot
the
of questions.
restaurant
Sorry,
closes.
I asked in the end only 2 questions.
Yeah, that's why I
actually.
was saying, okay, Hikaru, thank you, and you were like, one question, one final question, and but
Maybe
then
we
it's
we
fine.
have to. No, I think for me it was very important to understand about the time, because this energy level from move number 1, which you're thinking, and the kind of tiredness you get is way different. Then the normal chess towards the
Arey,
end
but
when we go.
Amruta, did you announce this? That we already have a champion.
Champion of the event, Vincent Keymer has won the event, Amruta and everyone.
Wow.
Big shout out to Vincent Keymer. Winning the event, cannot believe.
Vincent is in the next door here, and it is completely thronged by the journalists and everyone.
He deserves it.
Today we are going to have a very short day.
Yeah, because
Because
Magnus is also completely
Magnus winning, he will win it, and then Gukesh has already lost, so Alireza won the match. So we have no tie breaks.
Yeah, I was expecting a crazy dramatic day.
Cannot imagine like 8 tie break 1 out of 4, 25%. वो तो you expected ना सागर? Like how is this happening?
वो आज मतलब
आज सब लोग
सबको
एकदम
जल्दी खत्म करना था आज अमृता.
Everyone has to go for a date, so I think that's the reason it's all.
Did you
over.
guys ask him about Valentine's Day?
No,
Main question.
we-
No,
we
I
just said
wanted
Atusa.
to, but हाँ, तुम जल्दी
भाई
में था
हर्षित
ना?
भाई आपने पूछा नहीं भाई.
But he
अरे
was
सागर
relaxed,
भाई.
you know. He was actually relaxed. I think could have
Yes, he was
asked him
relaxed.
more questions. But Atusa might
No,
be
no, he
feeling
was
very
good.
cold outside, no? Oh my god.
No, also food was there, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, but it's still always great to hear like his
Yeah,
thoughts
and he was so
analysis.
open, and he was
Yeah.
saying so many things,
Yeah.
and I was like, Hikaru, everyone saying don't retire. He was like, no, I'm very serious about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And his speed of talking is insane. Like some people were like, मेरे को चक्कर आ रही है. It is so difficult to understand. You have to be
And by the
really
way-
focused. So Hikaru and Anish, I think, can have a very good competition in terms of the speed at which they speak.
True, Amruta. By the way, Gukesh here simply lost a lot of material because he was material down, and yeah, just nothing happened, and he just lost.
Yeah.
So
Tough
Gukesh-
event for him.
Gukesh has had no victory, and that is really a big surprise. But he finished 8th, and I think we will see what he would like to do in future about freestyle. We will ask him perhaps at some point. But Yashasvi Roy, hello, say
Hi,
hi
guys.
guys, happy Valentine's Day. Thank
Happy
you,
Valentine's
Yashasvi.
Day, yes.
Also, Yashasvi, I saw you have made a reel on me and Amruta. Thank you for that.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
I just
Yes.
saw before in between, and it was very nice. I wanted to share it, but didn't get time.
Yeah, we will. And
So that's the storyline for today. Vincent Keymer, the champion of the freestyle chess
can I
tour in
ask
Weizen House.
if Vincent can join us
Sure.
for a
Hikaru winning the match against Nodirbek 2-0 and Firouzja defeating Gukesh 1.5 half. Magnus is also winning.
game for some time.
Yes. Um, Sagar bhai, trying to get Vincent for us. Rook b5 is coming in, Amruta. ये तो खत्म हो गया.
It's getting over, kya?
Rook b5, no? I mean, and then if rook f2 check, king b3.
I have not been able to see anything, honestly. I'm just doing something on the side. So there is board in front of
Played.
me.
Rook b5 played. And maybe he will offer a draw. Rook b5 has been played. If rook f2 check, simply king a1 back, rook f1, maybe he can just go king, rook f2 played. King b3 is actually a blunder,
Both of them
sorry.
are smiling. Look at the video. Both of them. Why? Acha. Did he
Rook
offer
F-
a draw or what? No, they're talking to the arbiter.
Oh my god, he played rook f1 by mistake and then took it to f2.
Ah, my god, what's happening?
He played rook f1 but by mistake he wanted to go rook f2 but by mistake he put it to f2 but he left it on f1 and Magnus is like it's fine or something but he left it on f1.
Wow,
उसने f1 पे
maybe.
गलती से छोड़ दिया. But okay, I mean I think they're going to agree for a rook f2 check, king a1 played. Magnus is like it's fine. Rook f1 check.
Maybe he'll try to get into the same position, yeah, to get him a
Yeah,
chance
they'll
or
just do
something.
king a2 rook f2. No. King a2 rook f2 king a, and they're just repeating. Magnus is winning, but they're just going to agree to a draw. And I don't think they can agree to a draw before 40 moves, so they're just making some moves. No, maybe Magnus does not want a draw.
Yeah, maybe he'll beat him. But it
He's
doesn't
going to
seem
go-
like from his expression though. Just trying to.
Yeah, I mean he can go king a2 as well, which is a draw, but Magnus might be ambitious trying to win the game 2-0. Yeah, I mean, in general, Magnus's style is to play for a win, but now he's thinking like, okay, whether I should play for a win or should I just make a draw? Of course, Amrita, all the players are a bit tired, obviously, after this long event, but in general, Magnus's strategy is to always play for a win. Rook b1 played, no draw, Amrita. And with 4 pawns versus 3 pawns, Magnus is definitely going to be very happy about his winning chances. The engine says that he's completely winning actually.
Yeah, then I think he will win it.
Guys, we had a few goals in this amazing tournament. 2.6 million for Chessbase India. Fatafat subscribe kar do and like kar do. Last few minutes and moments of this tournament for us as Sagar Bhai is trying to get Vincent. And on my Instagram, 10,000 subscribers. GM Harshit Raja is my ID. Amruta. What an event this has been.
कितना हुआ हर्षित?
9,200.
अरे 800 ही बचे गाइस. आज मस्त गिफ्ट दे दो ना हर्षित को.
बाकी तो कोई गिफ्ट नहीं दे रहा है अमृता, क्या ही करे.
हाँ ना चैट, आप लोग तो दे दो.
So rook b1 and I think that this game is going to be won by Magnus. क्योंकि let's say you take on b1, king takes, king a2 के बाद a3 pawn is also going. The e pawn is very very advanced and in queen pawn endgames obviously the more advanced your pawn is, the better winning chances you will have. So Sindarov still trying to save this.
सबके वीडियो मिल रहे, मैग्नस का वीडियो ही नहीं मिल रहा.
Rook b1. Sindarov thinking.
तुम्हारे
and
इधर जूम
Vincent-
पे मैग्नस का लगाओगे साइड एंगल 1 मिनट के लिए?
क्या करूं?
मतलब जूम पे नहीं, वो ओबीएस में तुम जाते हो ना.
हाँ,
तुम
फुल स्क्रीन करूं क्या?
नहीं फुल स्क्रीन नहीं, मैग्नस को सिर्फ रखोगे स्विच करके.
वो सागर भाई को मुझे नहीं आता है.
अच्छा रुक.
क्या नहीं आता है भाई?
नहीं मैग्नस का एसआरटी लिंक कौन सा था साइड एंगल का? सिर्फ नंबर पता है?
SRT link was number 1, first link.
ठीक है.
By the way, guys, first, right now he's in the official studio, Vincent. Then he will go to take. Then maybe he will join us for a few minutes here. So
We'll
wait.
see. Yeah.
We'll wait. Anyway, Magnus is fighting and he wants to win.
Yeah, he could have repeated here, by the way, in this position. Actually, you know what happened? Sindarov by mistakenly put the rook on f1.
Huh?
Yeah. And then by mistakenly, of course, and then Magnus is, yeah, it's fine, no problem.
Really?
I think so. If I'm not
No.
wrong. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong,
but
but I
arbiter,
think
no,
Oh,
Magnus was
Valsif
fine, but
bhai.
the arbiter came. 1 second. So arbiter has to follow the rules. तो
Yes.
बाद में क्या हुआ, like I don't think he was able to take
Can't
that.
believe.
I think so, but
Can't
I might be wrong, so I don't want to say for sure. But anyways, Magnus doesn't mind because this is completely winning, no, Sagar bhai. Just rook F. He could have repeated, by the way, king A2 say, but he's like, yeah, I'll just play for a win. Rook B1. This queen pawn endgame is obviously winning because he has two passed pawns, and in queen endgames, this is just going to be decisive.
एक सब्सक्राइबर की कीमत तुम क्या जानो? ये क्या है भाई, एक सब्सक्राइबर की कीमत?
Nope idea, but
भाई ये क्या है?
क्या हो गया?
Pavani Singh says, Harshit, I have given you the gift and I followed. Get my return gift and get Gukesh na, please.
I mean, Gukesh had a tough finish, so I don't know how
Yeah, I mean, in
his
general,
mindset is going to be.
we can get someone here, but like if you saw Hikaru when he came, he was ready to speak. So I feel like there should be someone who's ready to talk
Who's
and
in a good mood, yeah.
Also, like I'll ask Gukesh for an interview later if he's ready, but very likely that he won't be that interested to talk in detail.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask. We'll do our job.
Yeah.
For sure. It's just that in the live stream, maybe if not, then we'll do it later.
Mhm.
Vincent also, if we are able to get him here, otherwise we'll do a sort of a
Interview.
longish interview with him with some good game positions. Harshit bhai, maybe from his games, best
Yeah.
moves
Mm-hmm.
could be nice. Because today he played incredible.
Again.
This 20-minute thing and then finding I think then he found all the best moves or what?
Again, yes. Similar to yesterday, he had this one long thing, and then after he had that long thing, he just went on to find all the accurate moves. And I think Vincent is going to be a very scary player to look out for in this whole
cycle. Grand Slam tour.
Yeah, tour.
By the way, one question which Amruta, Harshit, both of you, I want to ask you. Also, Hikaru said, he said that now the candidates and the entire cycle, if it tends to have lesser financial resources, then does that become less relevant or less important? What is your guys' takes on this?
Harshit bhai.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense that the players are going to obviously want to play in tournaments with bigger financial returns. And obviously, with the format being new, it needs to grow on people. And what I mean by that is that people need to get used to it and understand what exactly this means. And having these big events does put it out for the public to understand. But I do think that this should also be followed by normal open events for the people like 1000 or 1200 or beginners can participate in and also try to improve. Because right now we only see a structure for the top players in freestyle chess, but there needs to be a development on the grassroots level so that it reaches onto the masses. But I do think that for the first step, this is a great initiative, and obviously Sagar and you guys are like doing like all these people here are like promoting like this very well. So I think that it has extremely good chances to be well established as a format.
Amruta, your take?
Sir, tu bolo. Take.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking about this topic. It's a fresh one, and I'm actually, if in my head for years since I was playing chess, it was always like you need to sort of qualify to the candidates, win the candidates, become the world champion. That is how I saw the route towards becoming a great chess player. And now with these things like with Magnus, Hikaru, they are all saying like, okay, there are other routes also. And Esports World Cup has started. Like Esports World Cup has the prize fund of 1.5 million. And in that, I think the teams, as Hikaru said, are offering players the money to sign up. So even that part is included, and then the Grand Slam tour of freestyle, then there is the Grand Chess tour, then there are Norway chess. So somehow, if so many, and then there's Champions Chess Tour online, which will happen now. I'm a little bit curious as to how this will evolve. Like FIDE has been rock solid. They have continued doing events for years. They have also increased the prize fund. But how will these new people also come into this entire play? It's very
I
interesting
think
for
also
me.
for the youngsters, as of now, what is the most important is there is a cycle. They know the way to climb over there, and that is inspiring. Other people, many of them have played candidates a number of times. You know, they
Amruta,
have
can
a
you refresh the bars just once? Just click there and refresh.
wait a
Then you can
second.
continue.
Wait a second. Let me do it. Interact. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Is it? It's updated. No, now. Yeah.
Queen
So
d4 is possible, but it allows queen d4 check, and I'm not sure if that's a check you want to allow with white pieces, because then the rook is also going to come in with f2. So I think that right now, the safest way for white to continue is probably perhaps going to be go something like rook d1. Um, and then the queen cannot move because the e5 pawn hangs. So black is just in some sort of like a zugzwang, because any move he makes is going to be a big concession. And I think that Magnus, being one of the best queen like endgame players in best queen endgame players in the world, is going to demonstrate how to win with two passed pawns.
हर्षित भाई एकदम सीरियस हो गए लास्ट 2-3 घंटे से.
क्यों?
1 घंटे से एकदम full serious. But yes, I guess today has been a very
Maybe I have serious intentions.
today. What are your intentions, bhai?
I'm just joking.
ले 2 मिनट का सीरियसनेस और जोकिंग पे आ गए. Hikaru was very much keen on meeting Samay.
Yes.
Actually, Samay is in the US.
Yeah.
So Hikaru could meet him there. But right now, Samay will come back to
Yeah.
India at some point, and then maybe during the World Cup, we'll meet him.
Yes, queen b4 is an inaccuracy, I think. Queen d4, actually black is even winning, because you cannot really allow the black's queen and rook to coordinate. King takes a3, queen a7 check, and this is all
Let's
over.
ask our viewers, queen a4, what's the winning move?
Yes, guys, बहुत time pass कर लिया अभी. Let's try to find the winning move for black. Exactly. Akash Agrawal, Shoguta, Basic, Deepa. No, Deepa actually not finding it.
Rook a2.
Exactly. Rook to a2 check, deflecting the support of the queen by the king, and after king takes a2, queen takes a4, black is completely winning. Probably going to win all the pawns with checks, and that's why queen b4 would be a big inaccuracy. So guys, h5 was actually chosen by Magnus.
Magnus is good at such positions. He won't blunder it out.
Yeah, he's going to maximize the positioning of all of his pieces, and that's why now he pushes h5, trying to push h6, because after the pawn reaches h6, mating, back rank ideas, checkmate ideas on g7 are all going to be under the radar of white's eye.
Guys, but I still can't believe that Vincent Keymer dominated this event in such fashion. Like he just was unshakable in the
crunch situations. Yeah, I mean
this what do you call the knockouts?
In the knockouts, yeah, I mean he played unbelievably well, beating Firouzja, Magnus, and Fabiano, basically the strongest trio of in freestyle chess. Absolutely incredible. So h5 and next h6 is going to come.
Sure. Who am I saying hi to?
Indian people and also others. A lot of people.
Hi, Leah.
Hello.
We have a lot of people watching here right now as Vincent just won the finals. You're organizing a lot of the stuff
No.
here. Can you?
This is amazing. Yeah, I always see her outside.
Yes.
And you've been working very hard.
Thank you, Sagar. So have you.
Yes.
Can I tell the story of me finding you?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm walking back here, just searching through all of the pods to make sure everything is settled for the next day. And I get all the way to the end and I find Sagar and he is fully asleep creating content. And I'm knocking. I go in and I'm like, Sagar, you need to make sure you get sleep. You're such an essential part of everything we're doing. So, yes. This has been amazing. It's so happy to have you guys here.
No, we're so excited to be here, Sagar bhai.
Leah, can you tell our viewers your role at Freestyle Chess?
Of course. So, my role at Freestyle, it includes many things. We are a small team. All of us are working very hard. I am working with a lot of our external agencies and the streamers and content creators that we work with on site and figuring out what our true partnerships are going to be. So I work a lot with our social media, with our broadcast, and hopefully a lot more with the players as well for various things like sponsorships and other opportunities.
Wow. And how did you like it being here? What was your, like, now that it's the last day, how would you sum up your experience here?
I mean, as you guys have seen, Bison House is such an amazing and magical place. It's truly incredible. I wake up every day so excited to do my work, and getting to travel for work is a dream come true. So and getting to be with you guys. Everyone's so amazing in the chess community.
Yeah, absolutely. Sagar bhai, any questions?
You know, Leah is actually managing all the players when they finish the games. So right now, Vincent is like in different interview booths. So we asked her if she can join and, just say hi to our chat.
Yes.
Because she's wearing the headphones, but not our headphones. Because here she has to talk to the people.
Rafa, will you give me a heads up when Vincent is ready so I can head out of here? Just now that I know, so that I'm gonna take him to you guys. I have to time everything, I'm letting everyone stay updated.
Amazing. And by the way, Amruta is here. You can just say hi to her. She's been commentating. You can remove this.
No, you can't. No, she can't have two headphones. That's so sad. But hi, Leah. Good to see you. After
We miss you.
Singapore. Yeah.
And I have to go. Vincent is ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for being here, Leah.
Wow. Thank you for coming in.
So, Arshad bhai.
Guys, the energy that Leah has is incredible. She's always running from here to there. And
I
she's
know.
trying to get innumerable things done.
Yeah.
And Amruta, when we see such an event, we only see like the top players, the people who are, the faces of it. But there are very few, there are many people behind the scenes who are working very hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are so many people working behind the scenes, as you mentioned, Sagar bhai. We have the production team, we have the camera people, we have the organizers, we have the sponsors, we have the players themselves. वो सब मिला के hotel staff, us guys, तो मतलब मजा आ
अभी
गया.
तो वहाँ पे है चेसबिस इंडिया टीम हैज सो मच ऑफ बिहाइंड द सीन्स गाइस ऑफिस में क्या क्या चलते रहता है लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपन ऑन अ डे टू डे बेसिस बट you may not know everyone but it takes a whole team effort.
भाई चैट में तो आपने मुझे वो एक तो यहाँ पे बैठी है
भाई को
and
बकरा
she's
बना दो
looking at the
guys
chat
क्योंकि
और उसको दिख रहा है कि तुम क्या लिख रहे हो
अरे वो cool
कितना
है,
फंसाओगे
वो
यार
cool है,
चैट
वो
तुम
cool
लोग
है बट वो वही है चैट को लगता है कोई भी लड़की आई ना तो अमृता जेलस भाई मेरे को काय को जेलस होना है आई डोंट केयर भरोसा रखो ना अपने अपने
But
खुद
we
के
will try
लाइफ
to do
पार्टनर पे भरोसा रखो तो फिर ये सब नहीं होता है फीलिंग
I will, if chat would like, we will do a longer interview with her later to introduce her to, because you know what, she comes from the world outside chess and now she's giving all her time to chess. And I always think that such people, like for example, even here in Freestyle, we saw many such people who are working, and I'm amazed. I often feel very grateful that people outside the chess world who have never played chess in their life have started devoting time to chess as a profession?
Insane.
भाई इतना मैं डीप बात बोल
नहीं
रहा
भाई
हूँ
मैंने
आप हंस
सुना
रहे हो भाई.
अरे I mean it's I
Yes.
know for sure I mean even I saw Matai like who had joined us the owner
Michael.
of Michael the owner of the resort in South Africa and he was able to pick on these concepts of chess like casting so quickly so it's incredible to see
Yeah.
people from outside the chess community also coming here and proving why they can you know make this thing so exciting.
Yes, Arshad.
अरे अब ऐसा सब मजा
मैं अभी विंसेंट
मैं
भाई को
निकल
लेकर
जाता
अरे
हूँ
आऊंगा.
यार
सागर
अपने
I'll bring you.
सागर डोंट गो सागर
अरे
अरे
सागर
हर्षद तू जा ना उसको बैठने देना उसको बैठने दे
हाँ वो उसको बोल रहा है she wants you alone.
हाँ
अरे अरे
बहुत टाइम से जा रहे हो बार बार जा रहे हो
भाई आप विंसेंट भाई को देखना अगर आ सकते हैं तो कैन आस्क लेया इफ वी कैन कम हियर.
अरे
अरे बट शी इज ओनली कोऑर्डिनेटिंग भाई.
हर्षद बोल रहा है मैं एथलेटिक हूँ इधर तू पूरा नींद में है और मैंने बोला
हाँ?
उसको उठने को और जाने को
भाई मैंने किधर बोला मैं तो बोला मैं जाके लेके आता हूँ तूने बोला उसको.
मैंने बोला रे मैंने बोला
हाँ,
है वही तो तेरे पे दया खाया मैंने अभी दया अंदर है पर तो तू इधर थोड़ा सा
game is still going on.
गेम इज गोइंग ऑन भाई वेयर आर यू गोइंग बट.
मुझे अमृता भगा रही है.
तूने अरे सागर तुम इधर जाने वाला था गेम गोइंग ऑन है तो ऐसे भी
मैं विंसेंट को
हाँ
लेने
तो
को जा रहा हूँ.
हर्षित तू भी विंसेंट को
भाई विंसेंट भाई को एक बार अपन अभी वैसे भी आई हैव टोल्ड लेया दैट आफ्टर हर
he will
जर्मन
come.
इंटरव्यू वी कैन ब्रिंग ठीक है.
अरे पर वो
अमृता क्या
नहीं
हंस रही है बहुत.
अरे अरे
अरे
यार
वो विंसेंट को लेके आएगी क्या पक्का हर्षित
पता नहीं
तुझे
है
लगता है क्या
विंसेंट हैज
भरोसा है तेरा
देयर इज अ
उस पे?
लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर on Vincent right now because there is a lot of German
अरे
media
गुड
outside.
प्रेशर है दिस इज फाइन जीतने के बाद लास्ट डे प्रेशर लेने का ही ना नहीं तो जीतना नहीं रहता है तो वो चलता है बट हर्षित भाई लेया लेके आएगी क्या उसको
हाँ I mean you've said no.
I told her, but I mean, I don't know if she will be managed because there are so many people. So Harshita, if you want to also tell कि she can come.
She can come क्या भाई अरे क्या आपने
Bring-
क्या बोल रहे हो
bring-
सागर भाई
अरे यार, to bring check.
चेक कहाँ भाई अभी किंग कहाँ जाएगा. It's coming back to the chess guys बाकी तो चलते रहेगा
में
सब कुछ.
checkmate हो जाएगा भाई यहाँ पे.
The king has to go back.
माझं थोडं चुकलं मला वाटलं तो खूप खुशी खुशीने जाईल ऍक्च्युली पण तसं काही झालं नाही
मराठी में क्यों बोल रहे हो तू
अरे सगळ्यांना
suddenly?
नको कळायला ना म्हणून
अरे क्या है? ये क्या है भाई? अमृता थोड़ा ज्यादा ही हो रहा है.
King
अमृता,
h6 queen c1 is
control.
there yeah.
तू उधर मुंबई में है तेरे को कुछ नहीं होगा. We are here in Weizen House. We might get kicked out of the resort.
येस येस ओके डन
22.
Rook f4 and just push him baby. e7. e8 queen coming in.
भाई हम तो ऐसे हिंदी में बोलते थे पुश करो खुश रहो.
Oh my god, crazy idea.
I tried this but it seems not that great. We could do it very simply with rook b8
Yeah.
and then queen. लोग बोल रहे मला समजला मराठी
अरे हो,
येते
पण
आम्हाला.
4,000 100 लोक असतील ना तेवढं चालतंय आणि तुम्ही आपलेच आहात तुम्ही थोडीच काही ट्रान्सलेट करणार इथे
Harshit bhai, rook b7 check. Harshit bhai, today there are many things we have to do after this ends because you know while for many people the tournament ends with the tournament ending, for Chessbase India there is a lot of work left.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to interview the people who have worked behind the scenes here. Like Jan, we have to ask him his
Jan,
future plans for this tour.
That would be
Then also we have to interview others. So would you like to join us in taking a few interviews
yeah,
today?
sure. Yeah.
And I was also thinking one interview of Leia also we'll do because she's working behind the like all the people who have worked. Harshit bhai is laughing unnecessarily, but we will do all.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Everyone.
yeah.
Absolutely. And then tonight maybe we will have some amazing dinner, maybe some amazing cake, वैलेंटाइंस डे है तो फिर मजा ही आ जाएगा. क्या हो रहा है सागर?
नहीं, ऐसे ही चल रहा है.
ठीक है ना तू? You
चक्कर
you
भी
also
आ रहा
gonna
है
come on
चक्कर आ रहा है. चक्कर आ रहा है
by
भाई.
by the way.
कौन सा चक्कर है सागर भाई?
Oh, I would like to interview Tanya also because she will have
Yes,
some
you
Tanya,
should, because
David
I think it's
Howell.
the game is over. Magnus beats Sindarov. Sindarov, who has had an amazing run in this whole tournament, who was the
मुझे
find
लगा
of the
क्या हो गया?
tournament.
मैं बोला ये टॉपिक चेंज नहीं हो रहा है जल्दी जल्दी.
And Magnus, okay,
Magnus
last
wins 2-0
round,
against
last
Sindarov.
game, Magnus was playing. और हरा दिया है. He ends the tournament on a good note. Sindarov is feeling very very motivated for the next one. I think they will consider him and invite him for more freestyle events for sure.
I think so, yes, definitely. And Magnus Carlsen also doing well, finishing third, winning $100,000
Wow.
for finishing third.
Fabiano
Generally.
winning $140,000.
Wow.
Also, Sindarov must be super happy with his performance here,
Fourth
beating
place.
Hikaru Nakamura and also being the last minute replacement. Had a lot of
But
expectations
for
on
him,
his shoulder.
I think he'll win some $80,000 or something.
Crazy.
It is a good amount.
A big amount, huge amount.
It is what I think Vidit had won when he won Grand Swiss, 80,000.
Yes.
So it's actually first place in many tournaments.
Yeah, huge price.
Chinmay Tanawade says, what is this 10k reveal, Harshit Bhai? Just kidding. Sagar Bhai, Amruta, Harshit Bhai, amazing streams. Guys, we really tried our best to cover this event as deeply as possible. I can tell you one thing, that a lot of people worked hard for it. We had Ravindra ji back home, Himang Bhai, who was making all the posts, Abhyudaya here on ground doing fantastic job, Amruta coming on streams in spite of her work with the Gukesh book, and last but not the least, Harshit Bhai here.
Arre, Sagar
Without
bhai.
him, I think
Last
we
but
couldn't-
not the least, Sagar Bhai, of
No,
course.
no, not
Right.
last. Sagar, you're forgetting more names.
Yes, can you tell a few more names, Amruta?
Yes, I think we cannot, like, we are here on the ground, let's say, on the front end, you can call. But there are
Yes.
a lot of people in the back end. We cannot even take all the names. But definitely Shahid also, who writes
Oh,
a lot
Shahid
of
Ahmed.
articles,
Oh, I
on
sorry.
Chessbiz India. And
The guys, all articles on chessbase.in by Shahid. He does a phenomenal job. He'll also be there in Prague Masters to cover it. So
Yeah.
there will be Shahid, Harshit Bhai, and I think I will also
Sagar
come.
Bhai. And Amruta, maybe.
Maybe Amruta if she gets visa, but right now she's only searching for her passport. I hope your passport comes, Amruta. And can we see if Magnus we can get?
yeah, and also, well, acha, Magnus will. Because Harshit,
One
maybe
second.
maybe Vincent versus जो game था ना Fabi का, many people want to know, where it just changed, like towards the end, like देखा नहीं
So
है ना
actually,
so can you
हाँ,
show that part?
Yes, yes. So after this, after King B8, Knight E8, Rook E8, we left it here. And this endgame after Bishop D5, Black was actually going to win the E5 pawn. And after Rook E5, I mean, Black is a pawn up, but he just needs a draw to win the match. So Vincent just wanted to stabilize this position. H4, Rook E1 kiya, pinning the bishop to the king. King moved up. Rook behind the passed pawn, guys. Look at this concept. Some concepts never change. Bishop C2 is a big blunder. Question for you guys. Black to play and win. Black to play and win. Why? Wow. Bhavanam finding it. Poonam Jain finding it. Anand Chatterjee finding it. Exactly, guys. Rudra finding it. Rook H2 check, Amruta. If king goes to C1, rook takes C2. Sorry, not rook D2. Rook takes C2. King takes bishop E4 check, and boom bam ke baad you're just winning the rook. So H5 was played by Fabi, and rook H2, king C3, rook H3. They just agreed to a perpetual because of course Fabi cannot really go to D4. Rook D3 check mein piece mar jayega. And if he goes to B4, then after B6 the king is going to get checkmated. So the draw was agreed after this perpetual, and that's how Vincent went on to win the tournament. Amruta, I think he will join us very shortly from now. So मजा आने वाला है.
What would be the question you want to ask from this? Firstly, I think we'll ask him 20 minutes socha. Please elaborate on that. क्या ही सोचा करके. And then that
हाँ.
sacrifice night F4 वाला वो जो you showed the variation ना opening वाला. वो उसने तभी देखा था कि whether he had seen it at that point of time. I think we should get to know this very important.
That's a good question. And of course, how how did he prepare for this event? And also, my biggest question is, did he expect this? Sagar bhai.
That I might guess his
But
answer.
if he doesn't come, I just want to have my phone.
Oh.
I can do his interview there and there. So I will keep you posted.
Yes. Maybe we might have Magnus, maybe. Who knows? Or an interview with him. Sagar bhai trying his best behind the scenes to get him here with us.
Nupur is asking, what are you streaming next? Want to see you with more ideas. Okay, we are, I think Harshit and Sagar for sure will be at Prague Masters where Pragnananda is playing in the Masters section. Over there they also have Masters section and Challengers section. In Challengers we have Divya Deshmukh playing, so that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and in the open section we have Prague.
I'm not sure whether Vaishali is playing or not, but I thought she was.
But Prague is playing.
Yeah. So that starts from 25th is the inauguration. 26th say guys, that will start from 26th. I think European time would be around 2 o'clock. मतलब अपना 6:30 के around it will start, but it will not be a long game. Oh, it will be a long game. After 40 moves, they have
increment.
They have increment, and why I remember that is because last time I used to change the phones after 40 moves. Battery खत्म होता था ना, तो फिर वो change करती थी.
Change करना पड़ता था.
So it's a very beautiful place, Czech Republic में Prague करके. Very nice people. So from Chessbiz India, Shahid, Harshit, and Sagar would be there.
Amruta, what are your next plans? That's the biggest question everyone wants to know.
I think this whole project Gukesh related finishes on 16th. And
Okay.
I think after that, I've been going through some nerve issues, so I'm undergoing physiotherapy and things like that. So I
Oh.
think my plan is to recover.
No, I mean,
As a
for sure.
recover.
I mean, Amruta, that's the most important.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So I think I'll work in the normal time, not the extended crazy times, because
Yeah,
that's
no,
something I have to
absolutely.
stop. Even that is a
And-
going to be great.
And I've always been someone who really believes that you have to feel good in order to be, in order to put your best version of work out there, or whatever you do, not work, and whatever you do. And rest is super important. And sometimes I see people are, I mean, of course, you guys are, I mean, I don't know how much the chess world owes to you guys as a chess couple, but as the whole chess fraternity, I think the whole fraternity will echo my voice when they say that you guys should definitely take a few months off, just rest, rejuvenate, get your energies back, because we guys want to see you healthy. That's the first and foremost thing that we want to see.
No,
you.
it's very important, and I think I'll make sure this time will be a more strict with Sagar once his Prague tournament is done. Maybe he doesn't need 2 days sleep is not going to be enough. He needs to be somewhere, completely out of touch with the world kind of for a month type of a
Yeah.
thing. Otherwise, he also doesn't understand that his age is increasing. He thinks he's the
Right.
same young guy. So that's not gonna work. So that's the plan to kidnap him, actually.
By the way, guys, बहुत मजा आया यहाँ पे. It was me, Sagar, and Abhyuday in this whole event. The days, and also you guys are always watching. इतने fast दिन चले गए. Amruta, you were also there. पता ही नहीं चला यार. ऐसा लग रहा है we just came here. बोलते ही बोलते the whole event has passed away.
हाँ
Like,
ना, तुम वहां से यूएस से you reached over here and क्या ही like some amazing interviews, analysis with Harshit bhai. Guys, Harshit OP हो जाए एक बार.
Right.
Definitely, and that too he will continue the trip. So I would definitely say that the number of times it would get otherwise so tiring. So you were there, and it really helped. It really helped Sagar, me, of course. So thank
No,
you,
of course,
Harshit
of course.
bhai. And today
अरे,
तो
always.
आज का दिन ही स्पेशल है गाइस. हर्षित भाई के इंस्टाग्राम पे ध्यान ही रखते रहना. कांस्टेंट रिफ्रेश करते रहना
जैसे
अपना
ही 10K हो जाएंगे
मिल
गाइस,
सकता है क्या?
यस,
नहीं, अपन दोनों, हाँ, यस, वेट,
गाइस,
ठीक है।
जैसे ही 10K होगा वैसे ही यू आर गोइंग टू सी द फुल वीडियो बीइंग अपलोडेड ऑन माय इंस्टाग्राम चैनल. सो GM हर्षित राजा गाइस कर लो 10K. सागर भाई,
आया?
So he had said yes, but what happened is that outside there were a lot of people waiting. So in the end, he said, "I'll talk to you later." So I think we can end the stream.
अबूदा भाई, can you just
ही
come into the
मतलब
stream
हूँ,
once?
सागर, ही
Yes, yes,
मतलब
yes.
हूँ,
अरे,
विंसेंट,
Magnus.
मैग्नस, अच्छा,
Let's all come in the frame. The whole chess base India team. Sagar bhai.
अरे
Amruta.
अर्जुन, थैंक यू
Yes,
रे. अर्जुन
Amruta
ने बोला
Gandhi.
कि एक सब्सक्राइब, एक ये मिल गया, हर्षित 1 फॉलोअर मिल गया.
That's a chat,
अरे
bro.
हाय भाई, कैसा है?
All of us were here.
अरे
मजा आ गया यार.
अरे गाइस, वन थिंग, ऑल द पीपल इन द चैट, अभी सब खत्म भी हो गया है. आज सागर का एक रोज डे पोएम पढ़ना वैलेंटाइंस डे पे, बहुत बढ़िया है.
सुबह सुबह मैंने वही पढ़ा आज. मजा आ
I
गया.
couldn't believe Harshit bhai told me he was reading that.
या नो, इट वाज वेरी नाइस. सो भेजा था उसको, बट वो
क्या बोल
उसने
रहे हैं?
पढ़ा,
Copy
मतलब
Harshit.
होमवर्क फटाफट कर दिया उसने.
Of course.
So
So
guys,
Harshit
we
bhai,
will.
then you are going to give सागर कुछ
अरे भाई
10-20 यूरो
भाई
दे
भाई
दो.
भाई, ये देखो, ये आवाज चला गया अपना.
20 यूरो क्या क्या क्या?
फुल अंदर.
के
ऐसा ही.
साथ, हाँ,
हो
अभी
गया
हो
हो
गया,
गया
हो
हो
गया, हो
गया.
गया, हो गया. Well done, bhai, well done.
सॉरी भाई.
Guys, Abhyudaya is the one who has been shooting all the behind the scenes, everything. He has also brought on all the reels and many of the things. So big shout out to him for all the work he has done tirelessly. 6 hours, sometimes 7 hours standing inside shooting. So it's amazing, and I think we are very grateful.
Big round of applause for the whole team यार. मजा आ गया.
बढ़िया.
And
Okay.
we will now go out and do a lot of interviews so that whatever we couldn't bring on live stream, we will bring it on the channel where you can see later. Okay,
So
guys.
Vincent is
So
not
thank you all
coming.
for.
विंसेंट नहीं
हाँ?
आ रहा है. विंसेंट नहीं आ रहा है.
Vincent might come, like he's gone to Peter Lecco and that stream. They
हाँ,
generally
लेको का
have long
you would do
interviews.
interview. What you should do is विंसेंट एंड लेको को साथ में भी कर
No,
सकते
I will
हो
do
थोड़ा.
with Lecco separately.
सेपरेटली ना. हाँ, लेको में और कोई और कौन है उधर, लाइक न्यू पर्सनालिटी?
There are many people actually, Amruta. There are lot of commentators. We want to talk to everyone, get their feelings of this
तो
tournament.
बोल
तो
दे
हम
डायरेक्टली,
करेंगे.
आई डोंट वांट टू टॉक टू यू, मेरे को जानना है करके.
नहीं, तुम्हारे साथ भी बात करना है, but
वो बाद में सबके
अरे ओके,
अकेले में होगा. All right guys.
ओके, थैंक यू गाइस. ये पोएम
नहीं भाई,
पढ़ना
all right.
पक्का, एंड वी विल
Huge
गेट
shout out
इन
to
टच.
Sagar and Harshit for
Yes,
beautiful
Abdusattorov.
commentary.
भाई क्या कर रहे हो?
अरे भाई
अभी
भाई
भाई, लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर योर रील्स.
बंद ही कर रहे हो.
Yes भाई.
भाई, चलो दोस्तों,
हो गया ना एंड? करूँ इधर से?
बाय बाय.
हो गया हो गया हो गया हो गया.